inside the sun, and you moved on to the next, which was this sort of purple vortex room with this chain that was sort of appearing from nowhere and powering this large machine. As you approach the chain, a bunch of Modrons kind of come down and are unhappy with your presence. And they tell you that you're in violation of Mechanist law, and that if you do not vacate the 100 feet radius of the Mechanist chain, that you will be terminated justly under Mechanist law.
Unjustly.
That you are in clear violation of universal laws that are known to all that inhabit the multiverse, and you need to remove yourself from this premises immediately.
Can they cite the procedure code that we are in violation of?
They can and do multiple times in unison. These appear to be sort of like clockwork constructs. 8 of them look like little cubes, and one of them is inside of a translucent dodecahedron, so like a D12. He's like inside this soccer ball shaped thing, and he's out there. He looks crazy. I'll give you a little picture of him. Seems to clearly be sort of leading the show here. He looks like this. And he's in this sort of floating, little star deck. And he's sort of floating in this translucent red dodecahedron. And he seems to be floating above the 8 cubular shaped ones with bows. And issuing some kind of silent order. He like moves his hands like a conductor of a symphony, and all of these winged cubes kind of take formation, and they all draw bows and sight down the hall.
You know, that star guy would be super cute if he didn't have eyes on each one of his little arms.
Yeah, that would be the case. So, it's sort of a standoff at this exact moment. I will pass action to you guys if everyone understands the circumstances, and then, if it comes to it, we can roll for initiative. I'd like to de-escalate as much as you guys would. I would hate to have to roll for initiative here. As these creatures are simply upholding the law of the multiverse. And it's a misunderstanding. That's fair, but the law is exact. And they are repeating this much in unison. They all speak with one coherent voice as they tell you that we are the defenders of this Mechanist chain, and you will vacate the premise 100 feet. And then they rattle off the distance in arcane units and draconic units and dwarven units and halfling units in languages that you don't understand. They repeat and repeat and repeat.
I'm getting really annoyed that I pull out an arrow and kind of aim it.
Okay, so where are you?
Initiative.
Yeah, that's just gonna happen.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I'm just annoyed.
Oh God.
It's Kubazan, not me.
What have you done?
It's Kubazan. Am I 100 feet out?
Absolutely not. Each one of these squares is 5.
Oh.
So we're down the hall.
So
You're
they
down
can
the hall.
see us?
So are you hiding around the corner? Your token looks like she's right in the middle of this.
Well, when I started, I was right here, but then they keep chanting and like echoing down this hall, and it's getting so obnoxious. So I think I like pull out a arrow and then start making my way slowly towards Folly, but I don't do anything yet.
Okay, so as soon as you kind of make your way, like any time that you pass within line of sight of that hallway, you hear they interrupt. They're repeating the same law in every language that you can conceive of. they stop when they see you for a minute, and they all in unison say, "You will drop your weapon. You have 1 second."
Wait, how many of them are there?
There's 8 square-shaped ones and 1 real weird one.
And only
These guys are on the wrong layer, which is why you can't see them.
only the E-shaped ones are armed. Only the square guys are armed.
That's true. Yes. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Well, I think I'll talk to my team. Does anyone want to shut them up, or what are we gonna do?
It looks like that.
Ah,
And they're all flying. The 8 of them are on wings, and the 9th one is floating inside of this sort of transparent shape. And you, Tyranny, have, they say 1 second to drop your weapon to the ground.
okay. Can I just put it back in my sheath? Like I reach back and put it back, and then I tell my team that I'm extremely annoyed.
Okay. They
Guys, we really should follow the law here. It's very clear what we need to do.
I think we should try talking to them. Like, I think we should ask them questions.
They're obnoxious, and I'm tired.
Talk to them from 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Wait, and they understand different languages, right?
They speak different languages.
Do we have any clue what this mechanism is?
The one that you're standing right next to, or the one that they're guarding?
The one they're guarding.
Yeah, so it's a sort of cylindrical room that goes way up and way down, and sort of hanging from this purple cloud up in the ceiling is this heavy chain, and the chain falls all the way down and then wraps itself around a gear and then goes back up, and it's constantly moving, so it's pulling the gear, and attached to the gear is a sort of like drive shaft that's going off into the clouds. You can't tell where it's going exactly, but it seems to be powering this immense machine, and you can hear in the walls all around you the sounds of clockwork gears, ticking, grinding sounds as this sort of like immense machine hidden all around you is powered by this chain. In the room right next to you, where you're like hiding behind right now, is this sort of solar system model. There's a large sun in the middle, and the sun is open. A quarter of it has been like retracted back up, and there's a chair in it, and the chair has 2 levers next to it. And then sort of around the sun, out on these arms, are planets and moons that are slowly orbiting. The moons are orbiting the planets, and the planets are orbiting the sun. And it's very much like a Da Vinci kind of solar system model. You probably know enough to understand that this is a model of your particular place in space, right? This is your sun, your world of a beer toril, and the moon's saloon, which you've seen, every night in the sky. A very sort of Earth-like system here. There's a couple other planets that are of less interest to you. They're just dots in the sky to you, but you definitely recognize a beer toril and saloon, the moon, and the sun.
So I'll be like, I assume this lovely chair will take us 100 feet away from you.
The Modrons turn and look briefly at the big one floating, and say that. Then they all turn to you in unison and they say, "The armillary sphere is not of our concern."
The what sphere?
Could you say that again?
The armillary sphere. You speak of the armillary sphere.
Yes, of course I do.
What are they trying to? I don't understand. Okay.
Does that mean if we're in the armillary sphere, we're none of your concern?
That's a good question.
You would certainly be more than 100 feet away.
Can't go to armillary sphere without Dan.
Can we? Has anybody seen something like this? Like, can we roll insight or like?
That would be Arcana.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Arcana.
Anyone who's proficient in Arcana. I would also accept Religion.
Yeah.
Give us some good rolls, guys.
Oh, that's Mortee's.
Is it? No, I think you rolled your own. +4? That sounds like you. Mortee would have more than that. It just says Mortee's name next to it. It's okay. You're good.
Okay.
Wow. You guys are looking at this thing. You're hiding behind it, right? You're looking around. It might be a little bit eye-opening to you, Arias, that you have a very like, it's not like you have a religious view of the planets and the moons, but you understand what they are and how they move. You've definitely never seen them modeled in this much detail, though.
Okay.
Like, for you, it's more about their movements and their relative positions that are the interesting bits. But here you can see each like little crater on the moon. You can see, immense detail in the map of Toril, the planet that you're from. And you notice that you're fairly familiar with the movements of these things through the sort of the night sky. And you're familiar with the fact that it is, as you're looking at it, it's playing through the sort of movements that these celestial bodies would make, but very, very quickly. Like, you're thinking that like years are passing in minutes as you watch these things sort of move through their motions.
No.
And you, Nayana, from like a Arcana sort of standpoint with this, you think that the precision of this instrument is immense, and that a model this precise of the celestial bodies could be used to sort of like pinpoint a moment in time or space incredibly accurately. One of the hardest parts about, say, teleportation is knowing exactly where the point is that you'd like to teleport to. That's what makes it hard. But having this sort of as a focus, you can't imagine the kinds of magic that a skilled wizard would be able to perform with a model this accurate.
Hello?
That was good.
Oh, I want to hug her.
She'll be there Saturday. All right.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
She's a teleporter. Okay.
That's pretty much what the inside of the armillary sphere looks like.
Wait, so are you
It's
saying
got a little bounce chair in it.
are you saying that you could use that to you can't teleport through time. It's through space.
You don't know what this device is for. Even with a 23 and a 21 on those rolls, this would take a long time to study and figure out. But you understand that as a map, its precision is incredible, and that it is progressing through time at faster than a 1-to-1 pace.
Because what if we used it to just beat the soul, like go back, reverse time of the soulmonger, and then Chestnut is alive again, and then everything's good.
Yeah.
I bet that's what this does.
I bet that's what it does.
Hey, wait. One thing that I wanted Tyranny to know, I don't know if it'll matter for us, but Cinder Sylvain is still alive.
Cinder
Sylvain, we talked about it before you guys got here. We were counting days on the death curse. Nayana wanted to know why we were counting, and I said, because I need to know when NPCs die.
Oh, right. So she's still alive.
Yeah, she sent us her goodbye message, but she's still alive.
Okay, that's good news.
She was real sick. She didn't know exactly when she was gonna die.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay, so
Yeah, all these guys have bows, and then now that at this point they're probably starting to walk their way down the hall.
I mean, are they cute little critters or like are they threatening
They
creatures?
look like this, and they have bows drawn. They have this sort of magnifying glass on a little windshield wiper arm that has come down in front of their eye, and they're scoping.
It looks like a steampunk Cupid.
Yeah.
It looks like a steampunk Cupid.
And the thing, what I was gonna ask is because Nayana is so like in tune with nature, does this seem like another worldly kind of thing? Like, or is this something she's seen before?
Like maybe
No, you've never seen anything like this. Like I said, you recognize it. You recognize it as a map of the solar system, but you've never seen one created this at this scale and this accurately, and at this level of precision.
so it's manufactured, not a living being.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about what are you talking about? The Modrons or the
quadrone.
Oh, sorry. That looks like he's a machine, but I mean, he's speaking to you with a voice in a language that you understand, and seems to look up at the bigger one, the pentadrone. He seems to look up at with some sort of awe and fealty too.
So the pentadrone is the one that's basically their leader.
Seems this way.
Okay, well, can Nayana just say, like, hi, we come in peace?
As soon as you begin to speak, they all in unison drown out your voice and say, "You will retreat to 100 feet from the mechanist's chain."
So they're programmed. Or under a spell. I don't know.
They kind of move further down the hallway.
If nothing else.
So
Can we ready things?
so
just in case
we have literally just 3 options to consider, right? 1 is get into the chair, 2 is fight, 3 is try to bypass these guys and get to the other side without fighting.
They seem ready to fight us.
Yeah, but
And it seems like their whole job is to protect that area. So I think we should I think we should kill them and save one to get information.
Oh, weird. Nayana thinks we should kill them, huh?
What a weird turn
Weird.
of events.
and she wants to torture one for information. That's weird. Huh.
Super weird.
That was
nice if you guys had a
completely
fireball right
unexpected
now.
and out of character.
Fireball would be great. If only you guys had a wizard.
If only.
I have fireball. Oh no, I have wall of fire.
That's a thing too.
So, what do you guys want to do? I have ways to bypass them, but I don't know if you guys do.
What does that mean?
Like, pass through them?
What? Like invisibility?
It's a spell called Misty Step.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have that too, right?
You have Dimension Door from your knife, yeah. And you can carry
Great.
one person of your size or smaller with you.
No. No.
But here's the thing, getting past them doesn't mean anything. They'll just turn around and come after us.
They're trying to
anyway.
protect from us being within 100 feet. If we pass through them, get to the other side, and walk away 100 feet, we're okay.
I have Step of the Wind, not Misty.
Right, that's true. But you do have on your dagger bookmark.
Your
you can
dagger.
kind of cut a hole in reality and step through it. And that
But
lets
it
you
hasn't been working that well,
You
right?
haven't-
Well,
yeah, I
it'll
mean,
get you out of here anyways, no matter what.
You feel like it'll do something.
Wait, guys. If Nayana told us about her feelings about how accurate this thing could teleport, right now, I think one of our biggest problems is that we have sealed ourselves off from Dan, or from Mortee.
Wait, why is
We
that a
have
problem?
We have no viable way of getting back there.
That was all part of the plan.
Leaving him, yes, was part of the plan. Getting sealed off from him was not so much part of the plan.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, we could literally try to get to the other side and get 100 feet away, and they'll leave us alone.
I know, but if you follow that train of logic, we end up somewhere. Let's say we do somehow luckily get to where we can get into the water. Then we have to swim through Psychic Death Man to get back to the dock to get some more tea.
You guys got a list of problems.
Whoa.
You're nothing but problems.
Guys.
Does Dan's frozenness count as a long rest?
Would Dan's frozenness count as a long rest? We'll see how long he's frozen.
He's just sleeping. That's all.
Yeah.
Just a nice long nappy food.
So 2 things. One, Arias's partner does not want to disobey the law at all. And 2, Arias wants to be able to save Mortee. And he's beginning to think this is a key to it. So he's
Let's go.
He's ready to jump in the.
Let's
in the
go.
planets.
Let's jump
Let's
in.
do it.
So we jump
you guys
in
are all
and
gonna try to jump in the sphere at the same time.
yes. Wait,
Let's do it.
that's the goal. Can we? Is there enough
Yeah.
room?
So one person can fit in the chair, but you guys can all cram standing and hunched over around the chair.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you guys all jump in the sphere. So
Yes.
as soon as you start to jump in to the sphere, can I see from everybody? Can I see a dexterity check? Just a dexterity check.
Try.
It's not a save or anything like that. Just a check. Just straight dexterity.
Is the effect seen?
It's not a save.
Oh,
I don't know why it's showing up as Mortee, but on my character,
You're fine.
Nayana.
No, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
We're good. 100%.
Okay.
Just underneath, at the very bottom of the chat, there's a little thing that says "as," and you can pick any character. You can pick that, but the roles won't change. You're fine.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So what happens as soon as someone kind of comes inside the sphere, it tries to close. The lid of this sphere tries to close up, and so you're kind of all trying to cram in as the door is slowly closing.
Damn it, Arias.
And Arias kind of gets stuck in the door, and he pulls himself through. But as he's sort of blocking the door, there's this like arc of lightning as this mechanical device sort of overloads as it's trying to close its door, and it can't. And so Arias is going to take 8 lightning damage as he's passing through the door. But once you kind of clear it, it manages to sort of close around you guys. And
Here we go.
And as it does,
ouch.
as it does, the lid closes, and then the entire sphere, from your point of view, becomes completely transparent. And overlaid over this transparent dome all the way around you is this incredibly detailed map of Arias had a 23 for religion, so Arias might recognize it as a map of the multiverse, as he sees everything from the 9 hells to you know the upper planes. He sees this world and all of these parallel material planes around, and sees, you know, like 100 different planes that he's never heard a story of or never seen before. And the sort of, you hear a click as these 2 levers on either side of the chair become unlocked, as you can start to pull on them. Who's sitting in the chair?
Who would probably figure
That's
things
up,
out?
you will.
Huh?
You will what?
Who would probably figure things out the best? It would have been Mortee, but I think Folly would have probably grabbed controls.
No, you're good. You're good. So Folly, you grab the controls.
And she hums to herself a reassuring little ditty.
So you're gonna start
Gives-
fucking with the controls?
Yeah, and gives herself bardic inspiration in doing so.
Cool. So what I'm gonna let you do is I'm gonna let you roll whichever your sort of highest stat is. So that's gonna be charisma. So let me see a charisma check, and then you can add your bardic inspiration die to it.
Woo! I'm glad I gave myself inspiration. What am I at right now? D8.
You see through this sort of heads up display, through this transparent 17. Cool.
Yep.
So you see through this transparent display, you see all the Modrons looking at each other, and they kind of shrug and kind of go back after you've entered their armillary sphere. So you're pulling the levers and you're spinning and zooming this model, this map of the multiverse. And Orias is probably leaning over your shoulder, pointing like that's the hells. Stay away from there, kind of thing, right? And you're moving and zooming through this thing. Can I see a 1d100 roll?
Oh no.
Mortee's afraid of 1d100.
What do you mean? You mean oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So as you're doing this, you see that one of the worlds, one of these as you're moving this, the map of the multiverse is moving and spinning and zooming, but also so are the actual spheres all the way around you. And as they start to whirl and spin, one of them cracks open and just gold coins are just pouring out onto the ground around you. Right? Like you can barely, like, it's whipping around so fast. The whole room is being filled with this like tornado of gold coins. Right? And you see this for a minute, and then you can't see any of it. Like you see this thing happening, and then you are the map of the multiverse that you're looking at suddenly becomes the only thing that you can see, and you are pulled and stretched and whipped around this sort of central point of the multiverse, and you see in vivid detail, you see the depths of the 9 hells and the highest points of the higher planes. You see a mountain on a plane called Kryn. You see a vast swamp on a plane called Oerth. You see this immense clockwork gear plane called Mechanus. And you see all of these things whip past you faster and faster and faster until you're sort of pulled around to this tiny little dot of light on the edge of the map. And it zooms up and up and up until it completely fills your vision with white light. And then the 4 of you find yourself standing in a small courtyard. The sun is beating down on you from above. It's maybe 70 degrees. You see the courtyard that you're in is a mixture of sort of like well manicured grass and cobblestones. There's a big tree that kind of overhangs over the courtyard, and a wooden fence that kind of fences you in on 3 sides, with a gate to the north, and sort of some sort of large structure that you're up against to your west. You can faintly hear a dog barking in the background. The armillary sphere that you were in is nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh.
Dame?
Yeah.
So you're in a small courtyard, maybe 25, 30 feet on a side.
This is
one big tree, cobblestones, half of it. The other half, there's a big tree. There's a sort of a brass bowl that looks like it was used to contain a fire. There's a gate leading off to the north, and then sort of like a a building. There's a door to the building off to the west.
We're all there together, right? We all made
Yep,
it.
the four of you are all there together. In various states of on your ass. Those of you with high dex scores probably land on your feet. Those of you with low dex scores probably do not.
Nayana asks Wongo, do you know where we are?
There's no answer from the god in your head.
What? That's awesome! That is so great. Nayana's like, guys, I don't hear the evil thing in me anymore.
And then Folly's like, what evil thing in your head?
There's something more evil than you?
Nayana's like, hey, that's rude. We should go follow that dog. I want to go talk to him. We should follow the bark.
Wait, is there a building nearby?
Yeah, so just to your east. Sorry, I'm translating in my head. Just to your east, actually, there's a building, like right up against the courtyard with a door leading to it. And then to the north, there's a door on the gate of the courtyard that leads, further out to the north. And there's another building, maybe 50 feet past the gate to the north. So there's kind of two buildings and they sort of share this courtyard.
And everything looks like normal to me, like the sky and the ground and everything.
The sky looks normal. The ground looks, you must be in a nice place. These are uniform cobbles. But you imagine, a place like Waterdeep would have cobbles like this, as they're created. Clearly, some sort of masonry guild produced these. These weren't produced in someone's backyard. Everything's very uniform. Someone hammered out a little brass bowl to contain a fire. That's certainly a luxury. But there's nothing in your immediate vicinity that you couldn't sort of figure out how to build.
Well, Nayana's in tune with nature. Do things feel natural to her, or does this feel weird?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to use a spell, or are you just trying to do a nature check?
Can I try a nature check first, and then if that doesn't really...
Yeah, let me see a nature roll.
And can I still hear Kubazan?
No.
None of us can hear our god.
Correct.
Okay, let's try a spell.
No, I mean 5. You want to look around with 5? There is you look around and you see that the grass and the cobblestones kind of stop a foot away from the base of the tree. It looks like the tree was here a lot longer than the grass and the cobblestones, that this is planted and manicured and made this way, and they left a little gap around the tree. And as you want to use lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you look around, you look up close at the grass, and it's real weird. This is
not grass.
You touch it and you're like, you can't put your finger on it. You've never quite seen a material like this. The closest you could think is that someone cut tiny little pieces of fabric or leather and built tiny little blades. Who would do this?
Okay, I tell my group what I find, because this is really weird for her. This feels not natural, and she's coming back to who she was without Wongo in her. So just like, this is extremely weird for her.
Mm-hmm.
Disoriented.
Orias isn't being held back.
Yeah.
She's like, guys, the grass. I don't.
Yeah, and once she points it out, you guys can all look at the grass, up close, and you haven't really seen anything quite like it. It's a pretty convincing illusion from a distance.
Then the sky must be fake too. It's the Truman Show.
And if Tyranny says that out loud, I'll take a trident and throw it up at the sky.
Cool. Let me see an attack roll, I guess.
I attack the sky.
This guy's got some AC on it, but we'll talk about it.
Darkness.
Yeah, you throw the trident high into the air, and it sails as far as you can throw it. And then it plummets down to the ground and sticks in this sort of illusion of grass.
Is there dirt underneath the grass? Like,
He pulls the trident up, and the grass sort of like in like a sheet kind of like sticks to his trident, and he has to pull twice to kind of pull it up, and this sheet of this illusory grass sort of folds back as he pulls the trident out, and there's dirt underneath.
So I'll say hello.
The sound of a dog barking gets louder. You hear inside the house, inside the building to the side there. You hear the dog, like some sort of, you think it's the dog scurrying around and barking at different windows. There's curtains drawn in a set of windows facing into the courtyard.
You guys think there's a real dog or just speakers in our house?
well, again, Nayana nature. Does this sound like a real animal to her?
Yeah, sounds like a domestic dog to you. Doesn't sound like a wolf or anything like that. Sounds like a dog you'd find in a city.
But does it sound like a recording?
No, it's just a dog.
Recording? What's
And
that?
as you kind of make noise, it runs over to the sort of the portions of this building that are closest to you, and makes more noise over there. It seems to react to you out here a little bit.
You want to talk to the dog and see what the heck is going on?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, should I shape? But no, I don't know. I don't want to.
I'm sorry, I don't talk to dogs. That's
kind
kind of weird.
So yeah, I think we should sneak up like closer, and I'll cast speak to animals.
That sounds good. While we're doing that, I'm gonna try and see if I can feel any presence from the gods in this place. Not like our gods, but like
Gods
my
in general.
cleverness. Wait, can anyone hear Austin?
Austin?
Okay.
Hello, Austin?
Okay,
Hello?
so he's not here, which means we won. We killed the soulmonger. It's over, guys.
Hello, Austin?
Austin,
Mortee has a gargoyle arm for real.
Austin.
Rip.
we're in a different plane without Austin.
Hello, team?
Hello?
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 So we defeated the soulmonger while you were
I heard
gone.
everything. I heard everything. I just couldn't speak.
Oh, okay.
My,
You don't feel like your clerical powers are limited, right? You feel like you have the powers that you have had. You would need, to try to cast a spell to see the spell effects, right? But you sort of, in your meditations, you feel that the presence that has been with you this far is equally here. Nayana, you wanted to cast Speak with Animals?
Yeah, actually, would my divination work here then?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
That's
don't
what I
know.
was trying to figure out without you having cast it.
Can I cast divination?
Sure, but did you cast Speak with Animals?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, you can cast divination if you like.
I don't know if we should jump right into a.
yeah, maybe do animals first and let Chad see if he can feel his gods.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Okay,
You're not using your slot.
okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I casted it.
With what? Divination?
No, speak with animals.
Speak with Animals. Okay. You hear the dog speaking as if it were speaking common, right? It's not. It's barking.
Right.
And it's yelling, "People outside! There's people outside! There are people. I don't know who they are. There's people outside. They're big and loud, and there's people outside."
People outside. People outside.
And
I can't get outside. I can't get outside. Someone open the door. Someone open the door. I'll chase them off. I'm a dog.
Maverick says.
I'm a dog.
Does he end his sentences with "I'm a dog"?
And
All of them. All of them.
I'm a dog.
Does it sound natural to Nayana? Like, oh, this sounds like a dog.
It's like bananas.
Sounds like a domestic dog.
Okay.
Sounds like a dog you would keep as a pet or a guard dog.
So I speak back, and I'm like, there are humans outside. Are you the only
Whoa!
dog?
It can talk. The humans can talk. It's a dog. I thought it was a human, but it must be a dog. There's dogs outside. I want to go play. Can I play with the dogs? Someone open the door.
Nayana's like, who are you with? Who's with you?
Now that you mentioned it, no one. There's no one home. There's no one to open the door. I can't open the door.
Well, how are you gonna get outside? Who's normally home with you?
I don't know their names. 2 humans. I don't know what names are. I'm
a dog.
I call them Bark and Bork.
And then Nayana's like, okay, are they nice to you? Are they nice humans?
Yes, very.
Do they have special magic tricks that they do when they're home?
One time he threw a ball and then he actually still had the ball.
Nice.
Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? Nayana's kind of contemplating shapeshifting, but having like
you can hear a dog inside knocking things off tables by wagging its tail so hard.
Sounds like a dog. Yep.
How Nayana's like, are there a lot of people that you see that live here in this town? I'm new. I'm a new dog here.
What's a town?
A place.
I see people, yes. I have 10 friends.
10
More
friends.
Everyone's friends. Everyone is friends.
Oh. Where are all the people? Where did your humans go?
The dog's still thinking about your previous statement. He's like, I don't know. Is there a number bigger than 10?
No.
Yes.
Who gives you food?
Ooh.
Oh.
Where did your people go? Where are your humans right now?
They get in the box and then they go and then they come back. Sometimes it takes a long time.
In a box? What kind of box? I want to play in a box.
Go in there.
No, because I'm a human.
It runs. You can hear the dog indoors sort of run to the north end of the little building that it's in and start barking.
Nayana is like, are there other dogs here or is it just you?
There's one other one, but she's gone. I don't know. She's gone.
Okay.
She'll be back, but she's gone right now.
Nayana's gonna shapeshift into a dog, but first she's gonna slightly open the door. And
The
then
door's locked.
It's locked?
Yeah.
Oh crap. Okay, how can I do this?
I mean, according to the dog, someone lives here. They lock their doors.
Oh, well, some towns people don't. Folly, aren't you good at pickpocketing? You lived in the city.
Folly looks at you.
That is racist.
Insulted at the assumption. Did you just assume?
By the way, Folly, you think you could pick this lock?
Yeah. No, I know. Folly just needs to make sure, she keeps her reputation in check.
Nayana's like, whatever, just do it. You know how.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull up.
My phone's dying right now.
And trying to pick the lock?
Yeah, Folly's like, ugh, and she like gives a disgusted look at Nayana, but proceeds to lockpick.
Yeah. It's easy. It's not. nothing special about it. The tumblers are small, but they give up easily. Like the lock is, it's almost weird. Like it's manufactured with such precision but no real care into making it, defended against this kind of attack. It gives up, and the door is open.
Perfect.
Okay, Nayana's gonna shift into a dog, and she's gonna go in first, but she's gonna like motion with her head for the group to kind of like, follow, but kind of stay back.
Okay, you are tackled by a medium-sized dog. It jumps out at you and begins to try to wrestle you to the ground with playful growls.
In a playful manner? Okay. Yeah. Nayana's like, whoa. You don't even know my name. Hold on.
It starts sniffing your butt.
It starts to what?
Sniff your butt.
Ew.
Oh.
That's what dogs do.
Oh.
I know. Nayana's like, fine, whatever. And
Fine,
then
whatever.
She's like, what's your name?
I can't make those sounds. They make the sounds. I can say the sounds. I can't say the sounds.
Can your humans talk to you at all? Do they understand? Do they understand you? Do you understand them?
Well enough.
Do they talk like humans, or do they talk like dogs, like how you and I talk?
No.
Okay. So that's good. Okay, so in case that's really good. In case like they come home, the dog can't tell them we came in. Okay. Nayana's like, well, I have my humans with me too, and they're here to give you rubs and food.
Is Dan here in the room, by the way?
He walked out for a second.
Chat says he knows where we are.
Oh God.
Does he? I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Did I go get Dan?
No, I just need him to. I want him to check his Discord, but he can do it in a sec.
Oh, I'm currently on his computer.
No, I don't want you to check his Discord.
Okay. when he comes back, I'll have him look, and I'll look away.
No, he can look on his phone.
I'll look away.
He can look on his phone. He's got a phone.
Fine. His phone.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, Nayana's like, my humans are gonna come in too, but they're here to give you rubs and play with you. They're nice humans.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Austin wants you to check your Discord on your phone.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
But I can't.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
So I won't look.
Okay.
Okay. So he's okay with my humans coming in?
Yeah. You think it's a girl dog?
Okay. Okay. So I motion to my group.
Okay. So I'm just gonna close Discord out on my computer real quick.
Yeah, that's good. And you can use on a laptop or a phone.
I got it on my phone.
I just want to back channel you for just a sec while these guys are exploring.
I really did not see
I've been paying
anything.
attention this pretty much this whole time. I was just
Getting insulin ready for me. Yeah. Okay. So Nayana motions to the group, and she's like, "Come on in," like kind of motioning because she.
Yeah, you guys enter. It looks like a small apartment. There's some you have to enter through a kitchen. It looks like a kitchen, although there's some niceties here that would be reserved for very wealthy households. The apartment is very small, but by any standards that you've seen, but it looks like a normal apartment. There's a couch. The couch is oriented, instead of facing a roaring fire like you would expect a couch, this one is facing a black rectangle. Like a black, like almost like a painting that was covered entirely in black, and it sort of seems to be the central focus of this small living room. And then beyond the small living room, there seems to be a small bedroom. The architecture and the design style are very foreign to you. You're not sure what nation would have put this together, but you understand what a couch looks like and what a bed looks like, and that's what you're looking at.
We don't see anything magical in there.
Magical? You haven't tried to interact with much, and no one's cast detect magic or anything, so
Yeah.
there's some weird objects, but otherwise there's like a small bookshelf with some books on it. There's There's a couple different small devices sitting on a shelf underneath the black rectangle, but
Would
really the
you
black
say-
rectangle seems to be the central focus of the.
Would you say there was an avocado tree?
You guys have probably never seen an avocado before, but there is a tree that has the tree outside does seem to have some greenish gray fruits on it.
Baby, can you make it?
Oh God.
And yeah, you as you guys trespass and explore this, apartment.
Would there
I-
be hard alcohol in a cupboard?
Oh gosh.
Oh Jesus.
What? Is there
What?
hard alcohol in a cupboard? You guys are both muted. I don't know if that's what you wanted.
Alcohol in a cupboard.
Is there? Yeah, you want to dig
I'll
through?
move out the fridge to the left a little.
Yeah, you go digging through the. First of all, what's a fridge? What's a fridge? But if you go digging through the kitchen, you're able to find some bottles that seem to, they're clear glass, it would be an expensive bottle to warrant blowing glass for it, but it appears to be liquor, yeah.
Wow. I get a sense from the heavens above that I should call out Luna.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the dog has a collar that says Luna.
Uh,
Is there only one dog?
There's only one dog here right now.
This is not where we want to be.
all right, then is there another door towards the north?
Yeah, there is.
I'm gonna go out that door.
Yeah, you go out that door, and right around the time that you do, is Dan here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right around the time that you do, a man has come out of the building to the north, and he seems to be looking for someone.
Hello? Hello? Team, hello?
Hello?
He walks out saying, "Hello, team. Hello."
Hello, team?
Wait, in what language?
Common.
Okay.
Convenient for you.
Yeah, that works out well. Oh. Good sir.
Good sir.
Yeah, and as you yell that,
Hi.
you hear some scurrying in the house, and a second person comes out, and he looks out over the the railing of a small stair, and he looks down, and he goes, "Oh my God, what happened? Where? Yeah, Arias and Nayana and
Hey, you know our names.
Why are you guys here?
Where is here?
yeah, Dan, this is okay. Look, everyone, come on inside. We have a lot to talk about and not very much time.
Yeah, clearly.
Fancy
Wait, is
bottle.
the dog still with us?
Oh God, you guys broke into Narek's house. Okay, look, you guys,
What is going on?
you really just did you pick that lock? Can you pick it? Can you lock? Just
I'm
get over
drinking.
here.
I hope he doesn't mind.
Did you break anything? Let's just look. We don't have time for this. Just close the door and leave the dog inside.
Okay.
Snark, a great lord, because he has very expensive.
Very expensive gear in that shack.
Is
Wait, is this real life right now? What is happening?
Yeah, it's a Metacross.
yeah? Are you? Look, I get it. Look, I get it's confusing, and right, that makes sense. Mortee's not here because he's turned to stone, right? You're a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you know?
Well, that's okay. Come inside, and so I'll lead you inside. And there is a table set up in a living room. There is a sort of one chair is blocked by a screen. There are various sort of maps and different devices laid out on the table, and you see that almost like it looks like people disappeared from the table in a hurry. There's a drink that's been knocked over. There's just like pencils and pens, like there's half-written sentences on paper. You see that there are these stark white bleached parchment sheets that bear each of your names. And then they have underneath them a bunch of numerical values and tabulations of your possessions. And it's up to date within a few minutes. There are laid out on the middle of the table, there are 9 Modron tiny little miniatures made out of a material that you don't recognize, that are laid out just as almost like a battle map of the fight that was about to happen. And you notice that there are tiny little miniature versions of each of you laid out around the armillary sphere. What? Which is just a printed piece of paper. There's just a piece of paper with a picture of the armillary sphere on it, but it's all laid out like very tactical, like how a king would command his armies. And the two that sort of brought you in, I think, sort of the second man that you talk to is me, and he says, I say, look, I know it's confusing. It's probably confusing for Dan here too. I didn't know. Look, this is you guys have a problem, right? A Sararak. I get it.
I'm not a Sararak.
What?
Are you a Sararak?
Are you a Sararak?
Not exactly. Not exactly. It's not like that. It's
Why are there tokens of us?
This is real creepy.
Look, this is. They're just.
Told you it's a Truman Show.
These are. You guys. In your world, there's magic. We have magic too. These are just the material components for our magic. It's a magic of stories. It's a magic of it's a ritual that we do here at this table, and everything we can bend the world in the way that we want here. I didn't expect it to go quite this way.
So you're a warlock.
There are very few wizards here.
This is very confusing. I need to drink more.
There's cups set up on the table.
There's cups set up.
There's one sitting out next to a piece of paper that says Tyranny on it.
Last bottle.
I'll look for a weapons rack, and not seeing one, I'll just stab my trident into the ground, and then.
Wow, chill! You gotta look. You guys.
I need to know where to put this.
Really shouldn't.
Go into the newly remodeled bathroom and turn on the shower and let it.
Look, you guys.
Your fake grass.
You guys all just need to. We need to stay focused. You guys have a problem, and look, I'm gonna be real. It's a real problem. It's a real problem in my world too. A Sararak is a true evil, and we really together we have to take care of this. We have to stop him. The only magic that I can do here, the only magic that anyone here can do, is these stories that we tell around this table. And I want to help you guys, but it only works. It only works so far as I have help with it, right? I can't do it. I can't just write down on a piece of paper that a Sararak dies and the whole multiverse is saved. It doesn't work.
You could.
Wait,
I certainly couldn't because he wouldn't believe it. And I point at Dan.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh, but I bet I could convince
Daniel Ellis.
I bet
I could convince Mortee.
No, not Mortee. Mortee's turned to stone. He's still in your world.
I know, but I bet once I get back there, I could convince him.
Convince him what?
That we beat a Sararak if you just say we did.
It doesn't.
Sararak, right?
It doesn't work that way. You guys have to do it. You guys have to do it in the story.
All right.
I can help tell the story, but you guys have to do it.
How do we get back there then?
All right.
How do we trust you?
I can. Why do you trust me?
How do we trust you? What if you write us all out?
How do I prove it to you?
Do you want some mayonnaise?
Wait, do your magic items work here?
No,
Magic-
they don't, as far as we know.
I mean,
thought
we haven't tested it all.
if
Well,
we're able to
okay,
cast
that's true.
spells, aren't we able to have magical things here?
Oh my god, you guys have not been casting spells here. Dude, you guys can't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't.
All right, I cast jump from my ring of jump, and I jump.
And you put your
I
head
was
in
a
the dragon.
dog. Nayana's like, I was a dog a minute ago.
It works.
You guys shouldn't. Look, let's work together. Look, Dan's here, and your friend Jimmy is here. You don't know him. But Dan's friend Jimmy is here, and look, I can help you guys a little bit. But you have to help me tell. We have to tell a story that the multiverse is gonna believe.
Nayana's
Otherwise,
So, Orias kind of is bending over his sheet while you're talking, and he grabs a pen and scratches out the 2 rage and writes in 4.
yeah, you feel like you could rage some more.
Huh. And then I scratch out 29 life and write in 81.
Is 81 your max?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel great.
Oh.
I'll wait. Hold on, Orias. I get it. Yes, that technically does work, but it has to be. We have to write a story. We can't just move numbers around on page. It doesn't work that way. When you go back, things won't be what you expect because the magic does. It's just like casting a spell. So why do you have 4 hit points? Where did you go when you got in the armillary sphere?
I went to a font of healing.
Okay, great. Yes, great. Someone write that down.
Uh,
And there's like there's a logbook on the desk, right? Is whoever takes notes on Nayana, probably next to Nayana's character sheet, there's a chronicle of events.
Yeah.
Can you please
Yeah.
write down that I drank this fancy elixir out of this shiny glass bottle and feel amazing, and then got more hit points?
And
Yeah,
I,
I'm on it.
yeah.
I drink it as well, and I get all the effects of a full rest.
Like
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nayana
Yep.
takes a sip too and does the same.
I get 100 hit points.
Hold on.
I get 100 hit points.
Where did you
I
guys
get a
find the
million hit
bottle?
points.
Where did you guys find the bottle?
I found it up in King Narik's cupboard.
Yeah,
King
it's,
Nark,
it's
okay,
next
okay.
to this
King
bottle
Nark.
called the Jack Daniels,
You
and
guys didn't come here. You guys can't have come here.
oh,
Where did you?
I see.
We have to write a story that the multiverse will
Oh,
believe.
I see. Now I get it. Okay.
Well, we came upon this strange land with weird grass, and we found this beautiful castle, and I had the strong urge to look up in the cupboards of this beautiful castle, and I found this shiny glass bottle full of dark brown elixir. And I said, this smells delicious. So I started chugging it, and I said, guys, you gotta try it too. I feel the strength of 100 women. And then it made me really hyper, very excited, and I'm strong now and healthy. And I
Yeah.
can do anything.
Okay, got it. Yes, it was a potion of heroism. You drank a potion of heroism.
Well, no,
And-
it can't quite be that because then I drank it and I felt the strength of 100 women.
Nayana says, okay, everyone stop. Why did I have an evil god in my head? What is the point of this?
It's just a story.
Okay, how do I get rid of it? When I get back, is it gone?
You get another god, Nayana. Any other one.
Choose.
Well, when I get back, can he be out of my head? Is he gone?
Is that what you want me to write?
Yes. Give me one that has powerful magic, but won't.
Where did you find him? Where
In-
did you find him? We need a
In
story.
the throne room of King Narik, we found another Unk.
Yes, I have Ankh. I want Ankh.
Yeah, so I'll dig through a notebook that I have sort of behind my screen. See if I have it here. And I'll take this out and I'll show it to you.
To all of us?
Yeah, we're all just sitting around a table.
Yeah, that's true.
We're all just sitting around a table playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's a great thing.
Nayana's like, all right, so how do we do this?
We just have to write a story that the multiverse will. Dan, help them.
Dan.
Oh, I also feel cleansed from the potion of the negative constitution score that I got.
This is quite a potion.
It's King Narek. Haven't you heard of the great King Narek's stash?
So why don't you guys write down that you, after taking the potion, you
found Unk's shrine.
Why don't you just take note of where Unk's shrine is in the...
No. Nayana does not want
No.
any more shrines. She wants Unk right when she gets back. Nayana was stuck with an evil god.
Oh, I see. To replace, to replace Wongo.
Well, the only question is it believable?
But see, Nayana, like, it's been a lot of fun having you have.
Right? No, right. So Dan has to be Dan right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And Nayana doesn't understand. Nayana's like traumatized. She's like, do you know what it's like having all your morals and everything, ethics questioned and challenged by this evil thing in your head all the time?
Yeah, but it's fun.
And I'll chime in. I'll say it does, like, it's a long spell, Nayana. We've been casting the spell trying to kill a Sararak here. We've been doing this for a year.
Nayana reaches over and slaps Dan.
It takes a long time.
Give me Unk.
Give me Unk.
Give me Unk.
I'll turn to Dan and I'll say, Dan, if they're here, where's Chad and Eugene and Liz and Kelly?
I don't... Weren't they just here? I don't know.
They were, but they're not here now.
Do they
Are they down there with the Modrons?
Are we supposed to have a piece of paper for them?
Like, you guys should probably go back, like, swap back.
No.
Yeah.
You guys,
we're
they
here
don't. The
If you guys don't get back, you're gonna not exist anymore.
Yeah, the people who help me with this ritual do not have the constitution scores that you do.
Well, I don't know. It seems like the guy controlling me is probably pretty good at most things.
He's really not. I know. Especially you, Orias. Like,
he really seems really cool.
Look, let's stay focused. Let's write a line in here for each of you. Yes. You guys find a magic potion. You guys all get the benefits of a long rest. Absolutely. That's easy. Let's write a line in here for each of you, and let's write a line about those Modrons that are going to shoot arrows at you. Then let's get you the hell out of here. I don't know.
Tell us what to do to beat the us.
There's like a siren. I don't know. We haven't gotten that far in the story, and I'm saying this over a. There's like an alarm sound, and I reach into my pocket and I pull out this black rectangle. It looks like this, right? And on it, written across, it says presidential alert, and then it says strange communication on all television channels. Do not turn on your TV sets.
Oh my.
What's a TV set?
And
what's a presidential?
I say, what in the world? And of course I get up and I walk over to the TV and I flick it on.
And Orias is like, my kind of dude.
And there's this sound of static and this like ear-piercing screech. And then just this repeating, droning voice that says, fear the night when the Forsaken One seizes death's mantle and the seas dry up and the dead rise. And I, Sararak the Eternal, reap the world of the living. Those who dare enter take heed.
It is for reals.
Oh my.
Yeah,
And you guys, this is that's not supposed. That's not. You guys have to go back. You guys have to finish it. Let's just jot a couple things down and get you guys back there.
Folly's like, but I want to stay here.
How are the gods supposed to help us?
I walk out into the yard and find a fruit that I take a bite out of, and it gives me 3 extra constitution points.
Yeah, sure.
It's a green fruit.
Yeah,
Big...
absolutely. Increase your Constitution score by 3.
Woohoo!
What?
I take a bite also.
That's what you guys want? You guys want Constitution? You guys, we can write anything.
Wait, if you can write anything, can't you make the other characters less powerful?
Who?
The ass guy.
He's not a character.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's definitely beyond my control. I mean, like, yes, I will be there. I will be part of this story, but you guys have to do it or it doesn't work. The magic doesn't work. I can say any words that I want. That's not magic.
Do you know how we can use our gods to
They will absolutely help you when the time comes.
So after drinking that dark elixir, do I also get 100 hit points?
What's your normal hit points?
63.
Sure, you gain 47 temporary hit points.
Temporary. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, 37 temporary hit points. You go to 100, but it's temporary.
Thank you.
Uh,
I'm gonna keep.
Wait, what happens to the rest of us when we see what happens to Tyranny and take a bite
why don't you guys write that you get back and Tyranny deflects all of the arrows back with her feelings, and then
yeah, she's good at that, right? Deflect missiles. This could work, Dan.
Yeah.
That's the
Just write that down and then go back and put it into action.
Also, make divination work again. I'm so tired of communicating with these idiot people who are not gods.
You're casting.
I don't.
Nayana.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yes, I don't. A Sararak is stronger than I am. I need you guys to get back in there and do the thing that you do.
Okay, so if we go back and we are attacked, I am so powerful from this Jack Danielle's that I deflect all the missiles and arrows that come at the whole group because of my strength of 100 women.
Okay, yes, you amazingly deflect everything. Folly, how about you?
So question, are these changes things we have to describe as having been done in this realm?
Realm
after
you can't have come here.
Right.
The story
So
cannot
these
involve you coming here. When you tell this story, when you sing the songs of this story, you cannot have come here. You have to have gone somewhere else.
So
King Narg's
but
throne
are
room.
the things that we dictate here, can they be things that apply in the future when we go back?
Like what?
Like Tyranny deflecting arrows.
Yeah, it has to fit the narrative.
Yeah.
Just write
Right.
Yeah,
But
the closer to now that we write it, the more likely that it'll happen. I know, trust me, the further out in the future that you prep, the less likely it is to come true.
I see. Okay.
You're not paying attention.
So how about, these are all machination beings, right? How about we just write a story about how they all broke down, because they're machines. They always break.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We just got lucky. It's my halfling luck and Nayana's luck.
Yeah.
I think you guys should write down a combined story that you finish them off, and then go back and deal with the chain and whatever you have to do to free Mortee. You guys need the rest of your team. Like,
Wait,
yeah,
who?
Okay. Can we write that Mortee?
Who?
Can we take back the magical fruit from the tree and rub it all over Mortee, and he comes back to life?
Ooh, I like that one. I like that story. Let's do that.
Okay,
That
this fruit is doing
This
a lot.
fruit is amazing.
Tyranny's already written a lot about this fruit.
It's a fruit of the gods.
But Nayana, we can write this. We can write this for you. Somewhere that you went, you found something. We can write this. Yes.
Can we make this fruit magical and take a bunch with us and use it to heal people and make Mortee human again and
Mortee's not a human.
whatever, a turtle again?
Yeah.
No, Nayana, just prep.
I don't want to use my spell slot if I can use a magical fruit.
Yeah, a fruit of greater restoration. You can find this. This is okay. You went to a beautiful Feywild garden and you communed with nature there, and you were able to pick out a fruit that would restore your ally. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it would restore his arm back to 2.
Well,
No,
I mean,
not necessary, Nayana. That's fine.
No, Mortee needs 2 arms because we're gonna fight an ass.
it will. Yeah. Well, it'll.
I meant it.
I got it. And
Okay, Nayana runs out and she grabs a bunch of magical fruits and she.
Nana, you don't have to. You don't. It's fine. You don't have to actually pick my avocados.
Avocado?
Enjoy it, so maybe I want to bite too.
just write it down and then.
And then Folly also takes a bite to negate the hag's influence
It's
on
an
her
avocado.
constitution.
It's just an avocado.
Auto guys.
Oh.
No, I know. I'm talking about the story that we're writing.
Okay,
Folly's taking a
okay.
bite of that.
Okay, you're trying to talk about it. Well, okay, you guys. At this point, the phone and the TV that I have explode, and there's just this like shattered glass and this purple smoke starting to billow out of these screens, and then the voice seems to echo in everyone's head: "Fear of the night when the Forsaken One seizes death's mantle." Okay, guys, you guys need to go.
How do we
And
go?
I lead you off into this sort of small office, right? This one here, and I pull on my Dungeon Master's Guide on the bookshelf, and the bookshelf spins around, and behind it is a small room with an armillary sphere in it.
Get in.
Oh.
What?
And I'm like, you guys, go.
Austin, you gotta show Chad this thing.
Nayana's like, will this magical fruit make the hags disappear? Can you write that in? If we throw it at the hag, they'll die.
Just go.
It's no, I can't. No, you got to take care of this yourself. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Awesome.
Everybody here believes in you.
Can my ring of protection give me advantage on everything?
No. And then the bookshelf closes and the armillary sphere starts to spin. You see this map of the multiverse spin out from where you guys are, and you find yourself back in the tomb of the 9 gods.
Jeez Louise.
Folly peeks out from around the corner and is like, how you guys feeling over there?
There's just a pile of cogs and gears. There's one of them that's like reaching up, and he says, "What law did we break?"
And Folly's
and then
like,
he falls over.
Folly's law.
Oh gosh.
You guys have a bag of avocados,
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
and you've got a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Danielle.
Guys, this is really good.
God.
Nayana's like, let's go to Mortee now. Oh, Wongo's not there anymore, right? In Nayana's head?
No, as you reach for where Wongo is, you hear a different voice.
Yes. Nayana smiles and she's like, she tells the voice, I'll introduce myself later. Now we need to go save our friend.
It says, are you sure?
Yes. Let's go.
Shouldn't we consider all of our options.
Oh crap.
You are incapable of making decisions.
Oh
Look
crap.
at the thing. Move your character sheet.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then Foley's like, come on, Nayana, let's go. Why are you dilly-dallying?
But your con is 23, so that's good.
What happens if
That is a lot of con. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Wait, what's his special power? Oh,
that
that's
is your special power.
Oh.
Alright, and then Foley starts walking over the dead, fallen cogs of her foes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
walk over it.
And kind of like studies what the fuck is going on in here.
Yeah, so you see this big purple clouds up above you and below you, and from above is this big heavy chain that wraps around a gear and spins the gear as it's pulled, right? And then it's like a pulley, and as the gear spins, it's driving this shaft that goes off into sort of like the abyss, and seems to be powering some enormous mechanism that fills the walls around you. And the mechanist chain, like you look at it and it must be pulling thousands and thousands of pounds of weight effortlessly. It's not moving very fast, but it's just clink, 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 moving just based on the sounds. You know, tons and tons of steel are just being driven by this one chain pulling on this one gear made out of adamantine or some other similar substance.
So I'm having a little trouble still picturing this. Is this thing just floating, or is the gear connected to something that it's like spinning?
So this line here that moves south out of the gear,
yeah,
is a drive shaft going off into the wall, and it's spinning. It's like an axle, right? So as the gear spins, the drive shaft also spins, and the gear is being pulled by this chain, which is like a bicycle chain in the spokes of a bicycle gear, right? So as it's pulled up and down, because it's like this, one's moving up, one's moving down. As it's being pulled, it's spinning the gear, and then the gear is driving the drive shaft, which is powering some mechanism inside the walls that you can't see.
So I kind of like look up, and I'm like, and with a single throw of his trident, Arias breaks the chain.
Oh,
make an attack roll.
Oh God. Foley looks
Really
on
quick?
horrified.
If my hit points went from 14 to 20, or my constitution went from 14 to 23, how much are my hit points now?
You will gain. What's your? You'll gain a lot.
What's the constitution plus?
Yeah, what's your constitution plus? From 14. So 14 would be +2. 23 would be +6. So you'll gain 4 per level, which would be your 10th level. You'd gain 40 hit points.
Oh, yes. Okay, cool. This is amazing.
Does she still have the mace?
She still has the mace, yeah.
Like Wongo's mace?
Yeah, and she doesn't have whatever Unk's weapon was.
Okay.
The story seems slightly less plausible.
I
rolled my attack roll for the story that I told.
Yeah. Somehow you think that just randomly yelling stories out into the air doesn't seem to have the power here that it did wherever you were a moment ago. But you throw your trident up, and it wedges itself into this chain, and then as it's pulled down into the gear, it's snapped in half by the immense weight of the chain as it sort of like continues on its normal motion. You think you would need bigger armaments to take down this thing. We're talking about big, heavy chains, each link, as wide or as tall as you are.
Well, I feel really strong again, right?
Yeah.
As Arias turns around, he notices exactly the armament he needs lying on the ground.
It doesn't seem to work that way.
Oh God.
Nayana's like,
Arias is like, I want to go back to the armilleries.
Guys, can we go back?
Nayana's like, guys, Mortee, I think, right? Maybe.
Like, come this way, Nayana.
Nayana's like, should I not?
Does this mean you can't even take direction?
She can take I mean, she's self-absorbed and
Damn.
indecisive.
Absorbed and indecisive. No.
Also, I would like to give everybody inspiration for playing along with that armillary sphere experience.
That's
was
pretty great.
We had to stretch pretty far, but
That was so fun, actually.
At first, I thought you were saying that you were Eric, because on the top of the stairs.
Oh no, there's just a little staircase up into his.
Right, the steps that go into his house.
yeah.
I was gonna.
Yeah, I tried. I don't know how that played out. I don't know how you get. I think Chad got it pretty quick, but he also sort of saw the inspiration of it. So
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I don't want to be the one to say something.
right. No, that was good. That was good. Okay, so you guys see this big chain, and you see that the sort of other balcony across is about 20 feet across and higher.
I cast a jump and I jump.
Cool. With ring of jump, you can make that. Go ahead. You jump it. There's a static electricity in the air as you leap forward, and you land on the ground there.
Cool.
We need to somehow get over there.
Yeah, are we just...
if you want to.
So are we... Yeah. Are we just crossing?
I can throw a rope to everyone.
Okay.
Probably get there myself.
Your life bar doesn't look full, Folly.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Didn't you?
I just changed my max. I forgot to change my current. So...
Oh God, Nayana has 111 hit points.
Yep.
Jeez, that's quite a change.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nayana's feeling good.
Yeah, toss me the rope and I'll tie it up to
is
one of these.
She had split personality disorder.
Mongo's just gone.
Mongo's just gone.
That's nice.
I mean, Wongo is there's a story written somewhere. Somewhere in the multiverse, a story was written, and that story holds power.
Did you add your 3 constitution already?
Yeah.
So you were at 12 before? So you get plus 10 life. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
You guys went straight for the stats.
And then look at my temporary hit.
No Vorpal greatswords for you guys. Just con bonuses.
Just con.
That's how you know that your party is afraid of dying. Is when given unlimited potential, they take 3 cons.
I was gonna start listing stuff off, but you said we need to be believable.
I should have.
Yeah, that's what helped me back too.
Bag of Nails comes back to life.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Wait, can I? Since they all get to write stuff down on their characters, can I write something on Mortee's character sheet?
So I'm sitting there with you, and the room is filling with a purple smoke, and we hear a Sarak's voice in our world, and we're just looking at each other like, this is bad news. But like, we have to do something, right? What would you write?
Turn my opal crown to a +2.
Hello? Hello?
Stars.
We'll see what happens when you jot that down. You adjust your character sheet to say +2 arcane focus, and then in parentheses, black opal crown.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Dan?
Hello, Dan?
Gotta reach for the stars, Eugene. Gotta reach for the stars.
You jot this down, and then you and I both grab what we can. I get my Dungeon Master's Guide and Tomb of Annihilation source book, and scoop up the character sheets of the players that aren't there, and we run outside out front, and we just, as this purple smoke just starts to billow out of my home. And then as we jump in the car and we drive and we see a handful of other buildings with purple smoke billowing out of them as we drive.
Everyone's casting the same spell.
And we we do our best in the meantime in this on this road trip that we take to continue to tell the story to continue to tell the story. And as we're leaving out in the front yard, we see Chad and Kelly and Liz and Eugene, and so we all just kind of like pile into some sort of minivan vehicle, and we take off to head to the mountains and play Dungeons and Dragons until we can get the story sorted out.
Sounds good.
But yeah, you might die a character sheet if you want.
I'd be like, what the F, guys? There was just like machine boxes and
Yeah, it's we're just gonna go get a cabin up in Big Bear and wait this one.
I think I'm gonna bring in my my ringer, Mornell, to finish off this.
I was curious if anyone was gonna try that.
That would have been pretty funny.
Okay, so you guys, Arias jumped across.
Yeah.
How are the rest of you guys getting across? If you are,
I'll jump across,
I can throw you a rope.
but I can use my.
Yeah, your monk could probably get across.
yeah, her monk would get across with no skill check. That's
I'm
fine.
strong with my jack.
Just flailing her bottle of Jack around.
I love the fact that you took Jack Daniels from Narik's house. Now they haven't had an artillery sphere experience yet, and when they do, you guys will have been there first, and that'll be hilarious.
Wonderful.
That's pretty great. You search for your Jack Daniels and it's not there.
It's not there. How do you guys get across? Throw a rope, crawl across?
I'll take that rope.
Yeah.
I don't want to use my shape-shifting.
Yeah, let's take the rope. I think Folly would
okay.
take the rope too.
With
I don't wanna use
time
my
and a
spell
rope,
slots.
it's not difficult for 10th level adventurers. Surprised no one tried that either.
Oh,
What?
I thought about a million things, but you were like, it has to be believable.
I don't know. I'm not saying I would let you do it. I'm just saying I'm surprised you didn't try.
I'm
That's a
level 20.
good point. We could have just kept asking.
I'm saying it all game except when it could have come true.
So you guys cross the hall, and you're looking out into this next hall. You see a staircase that leads down, and from the staircase down, you see this green, wispy, cloudy smoke billow up from that downward staircase. And in the hallway out in front of you, you see graven images of rotting corpses decorating the hall. And the floor is littered with tarnished coins, pieces of armor, broken shields, axe heads, and other bits of scrap metal. And the yawning archway that you're looking at, like you're on this side of it, you can see that at the top of the archway on the other side is a big bull's head, like a big bull's head, and it's biting down on a ivory stark white ring. It's like the black bull's head, and it's biting down on an ivory ring, and it's right above you on the other side of the archway.
Is Mortee nearby?
Mortee's where you left him.
Wait,
You
what?
guys have a map.
Morty's still right here. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, if Morty's awake, what's happening with him next to Biff?
Mortee's not awake.
What? Why?
No one's rubbed avocado on him.
Oh, that's right.
You guys wished for avocados of greater restoration, and you got avocados of greater restoration.
I'm sorry, I'm just not that.
Come on, guys, we gotta take the avocado over to our friend.
I'm just not that intimate with him right now, you know?
Go.
We gotta go. We gotta go to Mortee. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Where does this lead?
Yeah, from that staircase is where this green billowing smoke is coming up. And then the rest of this hall, up until another staircase at the end of the hall, seems to be covered in sort of tarnished coins and broken armor and rusted blades and cracked axe heads and that kind of thing.
Do we find anything valuable in there, like
Do you
weapons?
step in there?
Oh, I think Nayana's first instinct is to go save Mortee, but she's not sure. But she wants to.
Well, we
She
don't.
wants to go to Mortee.
Did you guys stop the chain at all or no?
No.
They threw a trident at it and they weren't able to make much progress. It's very big and heavy and adamantine.
And
Got
by
it.
they, he means Orias did.
Should I try before we go? I am very strong.
You want to jump up on the chain or something? What do you want to do?
Yeah,
Maybe something.
Yeah.
I don't want to be crushed. So
It seems like it's doing
I mean, I could shift into an eagle and fly over to the chain with something in my mouth, like a broken piece of the armor. Or
Yeah,
weapon.
so just to be clear, that these chain links are easily 6 to 8 feet tall, big, heavy, like the biggest chain you've seen in machinery in your life, and then made out of magical strengthened metal.
all right.
Right? It is not something that you're going to jam a fork in.
What if
I
we
mean,
both try?
there was a good chance it would work.
What if we
There
both
was- You could jam a fork in it, sure. You did, and the fork broke.
Maybe 2 forks. What did you say?
I don't know if this is worth our time.
a weapon? Like, let's see.
Well, I already tried finding the weapon that we need, and for some reason it didn't happen. So
I really don't think this is worth our time right now.
well, where do you want to go? Let's say you could make a decision. Where would you even go?
I would go see what's up with Mortee and rub the magical fruit on him.
You're definitely drawing the rest of the owl here.
There's no way, like, clear path to me.
Well, no, I could shift into an eagle and pick you guys up one by one so we can go down the hall and back to Mortee.
There's no
We don't know how to get
There's
back
no-
to Mortee yet.
There's no back to Mortee. That little hallway that we came from is filled with stuff that is bad news.
Yeah.
I was asleep for that. Yeah, sorry, I tapped out early last week.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, filled with slime. We almost died. We broke the remote control and went underneath.
Ooh, this is bad, guys.
Yeah.
Why didn't we have this part written in to our story where we could easily go back?
And we got
Instead, you got magic avocados.
yeah. We have
Dude,
I mean,
the avocados are so magic, bro.
I take one avocado.
They're so magic.
no,
What do you do with it?
inspiration. Stop wasting the avocado.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so what? Why aren't we exploring?
All the people watching.
I don't know. You want to walk in there?
I'm exploring.
Yeah, Nayana's
I'm
exploring.
gonna
too.
first, instead of going downstairs, I'm gonna check out what's at the end of this
Wait,
hallway just to
wait.
make sure.
Wait.
Don't
Wait.
you
You
die?
take one. Wait, all of you. Folly steps past the archway into this room where the hall is covered in all of these tarnished coins, broken armor, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As soon as you step into this hall, every piece of equipment you have that is not magical falls from your body and disintegrates. And you stand naked except for your harp or whatever you've got, your canlith mandolin. What magic items do you have?
The one that gave you your god.
The harp or the
It's a
the
mandolin, right?
mandolin, and my rapier, which isn't on my person anyways.
Oh, right, because it's like a lucky you.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything. just
Everything
becomes
else. Oh, I
worthless.
have the gold tankard of smiley face.
That's okay too.
So I have a tank.
Yaka with you? Because can Yaka melt? I want him to go away.
I think
Yeah.
he's
He's magical
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Yaka looks at you, and then goes, you should work out.
Damn.
That's not an adventurer's physique.
No.
Wow.
Folly's extremely embarrassed and snatches Arias's cloak to put around her.
No, well,
Jesus
wait.
Christ.
That's
Wait,
fine.
Yaka says that to Folly?
No,
Yeah.
That is so sad.
Yaka's not nice. I don't know if you haven't noticed.
So the gear is made of adamantine also?
Yeah, you think so.
You know where my blood sugar is? I lost it.
It's
Alright, we take the gear back out and sell it.
Yeah, go for it.
And then at this point though, after Folly comes back, she's like, wait a second. I've already got nothing to lose, and starts to walk across the hallway.
Wait, don't take my cloak!
No, leaves the cloak behind.
Yeah.
And,
You walk
and,
across
then,
the hall.
and then checks out what's at the end of this hallway. She's like, fuck it.
So, yeah, you walk down the hall and you see that it connects to. It looks like it could connect to a gear, but the gears have been rotated, and so it's just sort of a dead end. You could probably slip through the gap though.
Into the water.
Yeah, or onto the side of the gear, and the gears are spinning. It's like a flywheel. The gears are all spinning at this point, but there's not like they're not engaged, right?
Right.
So
right.
like you would have to mess with the control panel, which is broken, to engage the gears and get them to rotate. But the actual gear mechanisms down there are all spinning at different speeds and different sizes and are very dangerous. Because of course.
Right. Folly's like, okay, I mean, if we're desperate, we could go there. Let's check. I'm gonna come down here, and goes down the stairs.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna like search the
Wait,
bodies
Folly,
of the gear boxes and stuff to see if there's anything that looks like it could help destroy this. Or
there's green gas coming up from there.
Yeah, there is. There's a green billowing smoke coming up from there. I don't know if you want to go down there or not.
Oh right, for the smoke.
By the way, your armor class is 10 plus dexterity.
God damn it.
Well, you walked into the fucking room of decaying equipment.
I mean, what
You
else
You
were we
walked
gonna
You walked
do?
right past that the bull head.
There's nothing
over
else.
The archway, over the bullhead over the archway, biting on the ivory ring, and you walked right past it, and you walked into a hall of disintegrate my gear.
So I've lost my armor, dagger,
You have literally everything that's not magic.
my spare rapier. I lost the slime. I lost Volo's guide.
I know.
Sad.
It's like sitting on the ground, and if you touch it, it just turns to dust.
Okay. What can I do about the or the smoke?
Dude, you just walked into this trap just because you can see the next one doesn't make it any different. Go for it.
So, like, as I approach it, what does it smell like?
Let me see a insight check.
Even as,
You
yeah,
good- are
like
you good at
before I
that?
get into the real thick of it.
Yeah, perception maybe. Smells like a bad dream that you've had recently.
Oh no.
Sounds awful.
Bad dream.
Eggs. Is there like instructions printed on the mechanical beings that were going to fight us on how to dismantle this?
Roll investigation, I guess.
Bye. Love you. Drive safe.
Drive safe.
So you dig through, and there's like little bits and pieces of this. What languages do you speak?
Oh, common, primordial, celestial.
I think probably with those languages, you can't really decipher anything that they sort of had on them written. But there's little diagrams and stuff, and some part of it. One thing that you notice on them is it's sort of etched into a golden plate that sort of was in the head of each of these creatures. Seems to be written, looks a lot like a contract to you, some sort of agreement. And one signature on it is sort of in a language that you don't understand. You understand it to be a signature because it's like stamped on a line, right? And then next to it on another line, it's a signature written in common that says Acererak the Eternal.
They were enslaved to a Acererak, huh?
What are?
The things that are dead now.
The Modrons. But you don't really see like a diagram for taking care of this thing. If you spent some time sort of studying the little diagrams and little maps and stuff that you find imprinted on these golden plates inside their heads, you might be able to glean some more information, but it would be like a solid study session of it, right? It's not, you're not going to find it quickly.
All right. First of all, Folly's gonna come back and grabs the paint, the magical paint.
Yep.
And body paints herself clothes.
Boom! You are wearing clothes.
And then comes back out into the hallway. Is it magical enough?
Yeah, it's good.
Sweet. And then she creeps down the stairs. But what she does is she'll take deep breaths and slowly make her way through and see if like it is hurting her or something.
Okay.
Face traps all day.
Oh, sorry. This map is dynamic lit.
It's cool. It loaded. It'll just be slow as you make changes. That's all. Oh, you turn it off?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
So do you see that? Do you see now?
Yeah.
So you're at the top of this stair. And what you see is I gotta open my next page. Hold on. I think everyone can see, right?
Yeah.
I've thought about splitting you, but it's fine. Everyone can see what you see. You're gonna tell them about it, assuming
Yeah, I would
live.
message it anyways.
Green smoke billows out from a bronze cauldron in the middle of this 20-foot high vaulted hall. Barely visible through the haze are 3 rocking chairs, several workbenches heaped with haberdashery and a spinning wheel, and a rusty iron cage containing a prisoner. Galleries stand 10 feet above the floor to either side of the room. So there's like a little raised area that sort of circles the room. And you've seen this before. You've seen this room before. You saw it while looking through a fountain through the eyes of a flesh golem.
Yeah.
What does the prisoner look like?
Cool. I'm going to talk about it in a sec. I got to pee.
Okay.
So I don't know how to get there because I'm not willing to lose my armor.
I mean, there's literally no other way out, right? Like, what other way can we go?
Can you jump because you have your ring?
No, I think there's something we could probably do with the bowl with a thing in its nose or mouth.
Wait, can we go back to the other world and ask them to write this part out? Can we go back to Norek's house and ask them to...
Yeah, the sphere. I think the sphere is gone or something, right?
Yeah, I think it disappears.
Darn. Why didn't we think of writing? Oh. If I shift, is it that when we walk into the room, we trigger something that makes it do that? Or is it the second we go in? If I can shift into like an eagle and pick you guys up and get you guys there.
Okay, guys. Where are we?
We're in front of Acererak.
I mean, I think it's Acererak's fucking with me at the moment, actually.
Question. is there like a trigger on the ground that, you know, if we walk across the hall, like, does the trigger go off? And
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Okay. I'm gonna use luck.
Sure. You also have inspiration.
Oh my god. Can I use inspiration now?
Sure.
There we go.
You look over it and over it and over it, and you don't see a mechanical trigger to this thing at all. But definitely, as you watched, it strikes you that as you watched the equipment melt off of your friend, that it seemed to darken this ivory ring in the bull's mouth. And then after the equipment had turned to dust, the ring returned to ivory.
Oh.
So can we remove that ring?
You want to reach up and grab it?
No, I want Folly to reach up and grab it.
Hello?
Are you going to yell at Folly?
Yeah.
Can we call out to Folly? Folly!
Okay.
Your friends are calling out to you. Do you want to go back or turn around?
Yeah, Folly comes back out. She's like, what?
Go grab that ring, Folly.
Which side of the hall is it on?
Your side.
Yeah, grab the ring.
Hello? It's right in front of you.
But I don't want to lose my armor.
I don't want to lose my clothes.
Okay, Folly pulls the ring.
Cool. The ring comes right out of the bull's mouth. You hold it in your hand. It's an ivory ring. It looks nice.
It doesn't change color or anything?
And then Folly, hands the ring to Arias in an exasperated fashion and goes, God damn it.
No, Arias dodges the attack.
Yeah, you can, whatever you want there. You have the ring. It's on your side of the thing now.
What do I do with it?
Or, yeah, you're holding it. What do you want to do with it?
I don't know.
Throw it in the water, Folly.
I try to throw it in between the chain and the gear to break it.
Yeah, it's shattered.
Cool.
Good job.
Folly, come here. Nayana wants to give her a piece of cloth or something to take with her back into that hall area. In that area.
Yeah, sure. You find something.
Okay, and Nayana's like, here, Folly, take it with you. I want to see if you lose this too.
Okay. Folly just grabs it and then tosses it into the hallway.
Yeah, it lands on the ground.
Oh.
She's like, there. Are you satisfied?
Absolutely. Tyranny, lead the way.
Let's go. No, I'm not going. Well, I do still have Kukazan.
Yeah.
Many valuable things. But I am drunk.
Yeah, all of these things.
That's a lot of factors.
I shove Orias
Off the edge?
into here.
I'm not on that side of you.
Well, I push you until
She
you...
can pull you, probably. You want to do a contested strength roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see strength.
Yeah.
Arias is able to fight you off this time.
This time.
You guys are almost the same strong.
Yeah.
Really?
No, because Chad's rolling a strength save.
Shove you again.
Wait, so is she?
I know, but she doesn't have proficiency in strength saves. Actually, does she?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Wait, do you have 20 strength, Arias?
No, I have 18 strength.
So she should have 2 more than you.
Yeah, she has proficiency in strength saves.
Yeah, so you both do. So it's probably fine.
I push you again.
All right, well this
You guys start wrestling. What does Nayana and Paul do?
You start
I'll
wrestling.
push you back.
Nayana takes a step forward, but then she's suddenly not sure if she should go that way. So
Yeah.
she takes a step back.
Is this the only option, Nayana?
Yeah.
You should consider all of the options. Each option is a key,
Oh god.
and the future is a lock.
Oh god.
And if we choose the wrong key,
Oh no.
Bow and arrow as well.
you guys wanted Unk real bad.
I did, yeah. No, that was me. Yeah. Ayana's like, I don't know. And her head starts spinning, like she feels dizzy all of a sudden.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
god.
What are you guys doing?
Nayana's like, Folly, go pick up that cloth, put it on you, and walk in there.
He's in there.
Don't have.
She's in there.
Folly
No.
through it, right?
She needs to cross the threshold with it on her.
She did. She's in the middle of the hall.
No, she threw it. She just threw it into the room.
Yeah, I just threw it into the hallway.
Okay.
And I go, fine, and I grab it and walk into or like
Yeah, it's fine.
move into the hallway.
Seems fine.
See?
Something
Okay.
about the way Austin is saying it's fine doesn't make me think.
It's like you know that it's not gonna be okay. It's just not reassuring. See, I don't know. Nayana would go forward, but she has this god that's very indecisive. Nayana breaks up Arias and Tyranny and says, "One of you needs to go in there next now."
Why don't you?
Why don't I?
And I stabbed Nayana. Nicely.
Nayana's like, maybe we can go to. You shove Nayana through. You're very strong compared to Nayana. So you shove Nayana into the hallway.
But very nicely, because I'm trying to help her make a
I do it
decision.
nicely.
She's now in the hallway.
Did she lose any clothes or anything?
No.
Ah, you're welcome, Nayana.
Nayana's like, thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay. Does the group know that I was possessed by Wongo at this point?
No.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
And most of this, I mean, this group here was there when you wrote your new story.
Okay. So they clearly see my personality change. Okay. So Nayana is behind Folly now. Bless you.
Thanks.
I mean,
Yeah.
you would be able to tell the group too, right? I think.
Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey guys, I'm no longer possessed by Wongo and I don't want to kill everybody. I'm now possessed by a god who won't let me make up my mind.
Sounds like something Wongo would say to
I'll
me.
let you make up your mind. You just have to consider all of the options.
All right.
There's
Hey,
a
guys.
lot to think about.
I just have to contemplate everything that I'm doing. I hope that's cool. Maybe you can push me.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
You're
Why
right.
would you want to make a wrong decision when a right one might present itself?
You're
Alright.
totally right. Thank you.
Compelling points.
And sometimes a wrong decision now could be the right decision later.
Oh man.
And sometimes the right decision now could be the right decision later. There's
Oh,
so many permutations of each action that we could take and the future us that will face the consequences.
Nayana's like,
I must think on this.
why did I choose? Why not just myself? Why did I choose this life? Nayana's like, damn it. But yeah, okay. So Nayana's behind Folly now.
Okay, where do you guys want to go?
I want to go back to down there, wherever that was. Oh wait, no, Nayana doesn't know. She's like, hey Folly, maybe you can take the lead because I don't know where I want to go anymore.
The
Hey,
lead.
what's up? So you kind of have two options, right? You can go down the stairs into the sort of thick green cloud, or you can sneak out into the water or along the gear and try to get back to Mortee.
Oh, along the gear is not a bad idea.
But the
Yeah.
problem is, it's almost guaranteed to be a risque move. If you know
Thank you
what I
for
mean.
that.
If you know what I mean.
If you're gonna go down the stairs, I'm gonna spend some time studying the things that Austin said I could study.
Yeah.
Maverick move.
So what are you guys doing?
All right, so you're gonna let Lonesome Folly just.
Well, I think Tyranny and Kubazan would go.
Long.
I think Nayana would go. Maybe. Who knows?
Sure.
Okay.
And then, as you guys leave, are you going, Tyranny?
Are you going?
No.
Are you going?
No.
Why?
Because I was gonna study stuff around here.
So we're ditching you too?
Well, if you would go, okay, so if Tyranny goes, then I would look around and realize I'm alone, and then Oblak would be like, "Aren't we supposed to stay with our friends?" And then I'd probably follow them.
I think I'd be too paranoid to leave another person. You gotta stick together. I've already been left alone while you guys were off eating oysters. I'm not letting myself get left alone again.
But you have brave Kubazan.
Yeah, but Kubazan also, I've learned my lesson partially. So
All right, fine, I'll go.
I just
Okay. So where are you guys going?
let's go along the gears.
We do have the solution to Mortee. We should try to get back to him the fastest way possible.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Yeah.
that we broke the panel, so the gears are kind of stuck this way anyway.
Wait, is there any update on Mortee?
No.
Like,
And sitting mostly in silence. Vlad and Biff went back up the stairs somewhere.
oh, okay. Or Mortee.
Yeah,
He was.
you guys have the power to get to him.
I like the along the gears thing. I think we should try that.
It's only
It's only a lot. You
Is
guys
it?
have abilities, though. You guys are powerful adventurers.
Exactly.
Use your abilities.
it's only like 125 feet.
We do have abilities, but like, can I?
You mean on the inside of the water, right?
No,
Can
no.
I conjure like an eagle and get an eagle to fly us over there?
Can't we just hop?
You can become an eagle.
I could. Yeah. Okay. Guys, how do you
Okay.
feel about that?
You just walk along the gears.
Yeah, I feel confident in being able to hop from one gear to the next. Personally.
Okay. Well, Nayana's not really acrobatic, so she's gonna shift
Okay.
into an eagle so she can fly along the way.
So you guys are all going, or what?
This is a good question. If you're gonna, yeah, we should all go. I don't trust this place at all.
Fair.
And
Okay.
if I'm shifting, if someone loses like their grip or whatever, I can try to pick them up.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So how is
Yeah.
everyone navigating this? These are what you're looking at least 3 tiers of gears at sort of different sized teeth and different sized discs that are all sort of spinning in alternating directions and are not quite touching at current. And you think that like if one set of gears moved up and the other one moved down, that they would lock at a different size teeth, right? Like there's multiple different ways that they could intersect, and there's multiple different ways that they could spin if they were to intersect. But right now, the way that they're spinning is sort of loose. There's no connection between them, but they are all still spinning. And so you're looking at these big heavy discs that are spinning with these little teeth on them. They're steel or brass or mithril, different metals. How are you trying to navigate it? Using spells and abilities? Are you using your martial skills to sort of jump across them? What's the plan?
That's my plan.
Okay, so you're going to try multiple jumps.
Yeah, and with guidance on them.
Cool. So let's see. Let's see from you. Let's see. 5 athletics checks, each one with guidance, and we'll narrate what we see from that.
Okay. Do we want everyone else to decide how they're going before I roll
Yeah,
it?
probably should.
I think I would be doing the same thing.
Right, but you can walk on walls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need a skill check from you. You can literally walk on walls.
Yeah, you can.
Walls and water.
Yeah, I don't know if you should walk on this water though.
No, I'll stick to the walls.
Maverick, stop.
How is Nayana flying as an eagle? And
Yeah.
how is Folly? How do you plan on getting across this?
Mobility is not my strong suit.
What do you have in that mandolin?
So one thing
It's true.
we could do to avoid some portion of the trip outside is go inside from here to here. Inside this one.
Huh? Where? Wait, what? Where?
The middle one, we could go through the door to door.
He's talking about entering here and then exiting here.
Oh, to minimize like being in the water?
Being on the spinning death gears.
Oh, on the gears? I do. Okay, yeah. I mean, I actually do have fly and levitate,
Okay.
so I could
So
levitate
cry more.
and then I could levitate and then tie myself to someone, and they can drag me.
Like Tyranny.
Yeah.
Like a balloon. So Tyranny has
Yeah,
a
like a
folly
balloon. There's a folly balloon. Just dragging.
Alright.
Cool. So let me see some jump checks from Arias, who's the only one who needs to make a skill check. Let me see 5 of them with guidance on each of them. So 1d20 plus 7 plus 1d4 or whatever.
And athletics, right?
Yeah, it's probably like a 10 for you. It's like a lot.
It's 8.
Okay. You hop onto the gear, no problem. You hop across to the next gear, which is spinning the opposite way. You deftly leap to the 3rd. You slip for a moment, but catch yourself on the side of the gear. Oh, let's see that guidance on that one.
Oh,
So you fall down to a lower set of gears. Let me see an athletics check.
I catch him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm right above the group. Can I swoop in when I see this?
Yeah, so you see multiple. So you're hanging now at this point. You've slipped down to the lowest level of the gears. Your feet are dragging in the water a little bit as you're being rotated. As you're being rotated along from this, but you're gonna try to pull yourself up, and your friends are all helping. You got Folly has one arm free while she's got this Folly balloon. Sorry, Tyranny has one arm free with the Folly balloon, and she's gonna try to help you up. So let's see one more athletics check with advantage as they help you.
haha.
So you pop up onto the lowest level of gears, and you're able to cautiously sneak along the side here. Just before you enter, you're the last one in. Just before you
Oh
enter
God.
this hall here, I'd like you to roll a d10.
Oh no.
No.
I gain 10 strength.
No, you take 10 psychic damage,
Dang.
and you
Quite the opposite thing that happened.
and as
there.
you finally put your foot on solid ground, your friends see you make it into the pipe, but for you, you slip and fall into an endless ocean, and an immense mind opens before you
Oh.
and says, "You're not supposed to be out here. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go through the gears. Is this concept difficult for your small mind?
Damn.
Should I explain it more slowly?"
Well, I did go through the middle gear. there was the doors, and I went inside as long as I could.
You're crawling around this.
Wait.
You should be more respectful.
And then I like, while you're saying that, I like close my eyes, and I'm like, and then Orias wakes up.
What?
Sorry, don't worry about that. It's just something I needed to try.
Don't worry about that.
Is this a game to you?
Wait a minute. If Tyranny was helping Arias, wouldn't Nayana also be pulling him up so he wouldn't falling?
No, it's not. I'm not actually falling.
No, he's just psychically.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And
Ask clarity of mind or whatever. I have stillness of mind.
he says, let me help you. And as he does, just as you get up into the gears again, up into the pipe, the gears begin to rotate. And I will set it. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Damn, there might not be one.
Hello?
The gears are rotating as you guys climb up into the thing, and I'll figure out how they end up. I'll pick one of these.
They end up just fine.
All right, so we're back at Mortee.
Pretty much.
You are.
So then I peel the avocado.
What?
Wait, are we really there?
Rub it on his face.
Yeah.
We are?
Guacamole. Guac, guac, come on. Don't step on the liquid, Liz.
Oh, like what?
On the ground. There and there.
So we're all there, huh?
Yeah, you're all here.
Don't step on it.
Okay, where's more? Okay, so we're going to Mortee. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Nayana's flying, so she's just like, meh.
Yeah, sure. There's Mortee. There's a statue of a turtle sitting in the hall.
Examine Mortee real quick before, because Nayana's indecisive, so she wants to make sure it's the real Mortee.
Sure. Let me see a perception check.
Okay.
Well, real Mortee, please stand up. Please stand up.
it. Please stand it.
Looks like Mortee to you.
Okay. Anything different?
No. Just a turtle
Sweet
statue.
arm.
He's got a sweet gargoyle arm.
But what
So we wouldn't notice that tattoo that was carved into his foot?
No, not with a 12. It was done pretty discreetly.
Okay.
Can I look?
Guys, we wouldn't all search him after Nayana died.
Yeah, I think you guys don't see it.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Since I could.
All right. Who's got the magical fruit?
I think you guys each have a magical avocado in your bag.
Okay. Who wants to use
We
the
have
magical
extra one.
avocado?
I rub it on Morty's ear.
Nayana takes a little piece, and because she wants to savor her magical fruit, but she takes a little piece of it and she rubs it all over Marty's face.
Cool. As you do, Mortee turns green like an avocado and then green like a turtle.
Wow.
And the rest of the avocado that you're trying to save in your hand just fades away.
No!
Morty, do you like the new arm I got you?
Yeah. What
You
is
have
that?
a stone,
What's the status of
you
the
have a
arm?
stone gargoyle arm hanging limp at your side. It is heavy and
I took the other piece of my avocado and rubbed it on the arm.
Wait, Nayana asked for his arm back.
he's got an arm.
Is it? It's like attached.
It's like attached,
I
yeah.
rented it, Morty.
It's just like a slow transition from your natural scaly flesh to stone.
I meant.
Yeah. So Mortee's back to the line. I'm like, guys, shit, lots have happened. I'm really, really, really fucking mad at that lad, whatever the fuck his name is. He's gonna die. Where the fuck have you guys been?
He's upstairs. It's okay. I understand. You've been stoned for a while. It's okay, buddy.
He has been stoned for a while.
Stoned?
Nayana's like, we met a Dan. Oh wait, we can't talk about it. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, let's go back upstairs for a minute. I think we should go find. Oh wait, yeah, no, and I'll start ritual casting detect. And check the thing on my leg.
Yeah. So you cast it says 10 minutes. He's like he's like hanging out for 10 minutes casting a detect magic. If anyone wants to do anything during that time. Otherwise.
I think Tyranny rubs the avocado on Mortee's arm.
Yeah. He said that.
Cool.
Nothing
What is
happened.
that? What is that?
I'm thinking.
Huh?
I said I'm thinking.
Okay.
Wait, is Mortee asking what that is?
Mortee, you feel like after like the sort of control that you have over this arm, like as this second jolt of restorative magic comes in, it's like your nerves reach down into this prosthetic arm a little bit, and you feel like you can, not with any real dexterity, but you can open and close the hand.
Ooh.
That's badass.
Great success.
That is cool.
Guys, did you think I was incomplete before? I was fine.
He can now open and close.
Diana's like, I think the word that you're looking for is "you're welcome."
You're welcome.
Or I mean, thank you.
Oh God.
It's late, guys. It's late. I mean, thank you, Mortee. The words you're looking for are "thank you."
You're welcome.
Rude. Nayana's like, are you gonna ask what the magical fruit is? Because we can't tell you.
Nice. Way to keep it secret.
Actually, does Moa feel good about Nayana now? Is it apparent? Right?
She probably doesn't think about it right away, but now that you point it out, she will sort of coil up and around your brain, look through your eyes, blink a couple times at Nayana, and say, "Unk."
Ooh.
Is that you, buddy?
Nayana's like, what do you want me to say?
And Unk is like, "My friends."
Aw, it's like a reunion.
And all of the trickster gods in your heads are like, "Cool, it's Unk." Like, it's like no one is like that excited.
But Moa is, right?
Moa's like, "It's better than Wongo." She's excited to see Wongo gone. Unk is Unk, you know? Like, he gets invited.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some awesome hit points because of him, so I'm
So
feeling
what
pretty
else
strong.
did you guys find? Like, you guys went through the gears, I guess.
We found stuff. We can talk
Yeah.
about it.
Some stuff.
All right. Can I finish the ritual?
Yeah.
Mortee doesn't care, guys.
So let me see from you an Arcana check.
I'll do it.
Okay. Do you have my character sheet up?
No. I was just gonna roll as Mortee.
I'm sure Mortee would want to use Mortee's stats for an Arcana.
Oh, that's right.
He's a very smart turtle.
He's all right.
Damn.
Does the zombie start moving again?
Zombies?
Dan's.
Yeah, he's good.
His bros. His good
Oh, where's
bros.
Hissy? Is Hissy still flying around him?
Oh, yeah, he was probably hanging out with you guys. It just didn't come up.
Arise the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's right.
Probably
Arise.
just didn't come up. It's a good thing Luna didn't eat him.
I am so glad.
Okay, so 28 Arcana is very high. You can't, like, I guess with Hissy you could see that there is a small symbol etched sort of like on the back of your ankle that looks like it's not active at the moment. It looks more like just a symbol, like but you know, there's stuff like this, right? The runes around the teleportation circle are more there to be targeted. They're not in themselves inherently magical. And so it seems like this kind of thing. And it's a symbol that is a it looks like, to you through Hissy's eyes, it looks like a small octopus.
Where?
It's like symbol, like, you know, symbolicated out. It's not like a photorealistic octopus, but that's what it looks like to you. It's like a central mass with sort of 8 tentacles coming out of it.
And is it like, does it have magical properties?
Seems benign to you at the moment, but it's like, but it was carved into the stone of your stone form, and here it's manifested almost like a tattoo.
Oh.
Does it look like a tattoo that can help other person see where you are, like a location?
Yeah, it's again with detect magic up. Even it doesn't. It looks benign. It looks like a tattoo. But you know enough about magic with a 28 to know that that's not necessarily a permanent status of it. Like, it may be able to be activated in some way, but you don't know instantly what's up with that. Hello, Chad?
It's an octopus.
Oh yeah, it's pretty close.
Kind of.
It's like that, except more.
So, I don't think a dispel would do anything to it.
No, like it does. It just seems like it's like at this point in time, it's a tattoo.
And I'll say, I can cut it off of your flesh, Mortee.
I mean, we could do that.
I just got this arm thing.
We could not do that too.
Yeah, the arm thing
You
don't
would
really
need like
need.
Big B's ankle or something.
I'm sure they have a spell for that. Come on.
Easy.
Like, there's an app for that. There's a spell for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go kill him.
Is that our main objective?
No, I don't really want to go all the way back upstairs to kill him, honestly.
I don't think that you have a choice.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. All of a sudden, Mr. Big Two Arms over here has lots of...
Like, I'm not gonna move forward just to be caught from behind.
That makes sense, but we don't even know if they're up there, and that seems like a mighty detour.
I mean, they could be. Okay. Better question, where do you plan to go?
That is the next question.
Okay, well then, since you don't have a better spot, let's go fucking find him, and so I can fucking kill him.
Wait, but first, do you have any spells that destroy adamantine chain?
Like, no reason.
Just out of curiosity.
Probably not.
You got me real hopeful for a second.
Like, yeah, I don't. Not right now. All right.
Not right now.
Maybe after we kill Tlad.
Yeah, actually, I might feel so much better that I might learn some new spells. It happens to me every once in a while.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, like we should just go find him and kill him.
Guys, I think we need to concentrate on what our actual goal is.
Agreed.
And
but
what's that?
And if we
where do you
like,
propose we go?
let's kill him on the way. But
And as they're saying that, I'm gonna like walk past. And I want to walk down here and look down here.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
your own again?
you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, it's what you guys were described last time. It's a sloping hall. It ends in a gargoyle with 3 arms. The 4th arm is missing and suspiciously attached to you. And then there's like the hall ends on one end, and then there's like a curtain, but the curtain has been pulled back, and that's where the gargoyle is. And there's a riddle written above the gargoyle that says, 3 I need, then 3 more. 3 more still opens the door. And the gargoyle is holding out his hands, 3 of his hands. The 4th hand is missing, sort of. And you have a good idea where it is.
So Mortee's gonna look at Nayana and say, "Can you summon up some spiders? Like I'm gonna rip them apart, but I need spiders."
Can I?
You're forthcoming about it.
I don't know. I mean, I could maybe.
Yeah, Nayana, cast me up some spiders. Thanks.
Okay, Mortee, you seem angry. And
There's a bunch of spiders. There's so many spiders.
yeah.
And so he will grab one spider and end it, and take 3 of its arms.
Uh-huh.
And walk down the. Actually, he'll take a couple spiders and kill them, but just hold them in his hand and walk down the hallway.
Uh-huh.
And with his gargoyle arm, take 3 of the.
So the gargoyle arm doesn't really, you can't really move it all that well. You can open and close the hand. It's pretty much as far as you can get.
Okay, then I will. All right, I will mage hand.
Uh-huh.
And take 3 of the things and put it 3 of the arms, spider arms, and put it in the hand of the gargoyle.
Yeah, so the gargoyle then comes to life and crushes what you put in its hands, turns his hands upside down, drops them on the ground, and then shakes its head no. And then returns its hands to an open position.
Okay, so it wants something, just not this. Did you guys play with this at all?
Listen, Mortee.
Listen, we've been through a lot, okay?
All right. Can I walk down to the other end, avoiding the slime?
Yeah.
What is this thing here?
Which thing?
It looks like a little knob or.
Oh yeah, it's a torch. It's lit like all the other ones. I don't know why the map looks like that.
Oh, okay. So is this the high end of the slope or the low end?
Yes, it's the high end of the slope.
All right. Can I look around? Like.
Yeah, let me see an investigation check. You see that there's, as you're looking around, you see that sort of hidden in the architectural relief, there's a passageway, but it's blocked by a door. But there's like a locking mechanism on this to the side of it. So it's a little crawlway, but it seems to be covered in a stone slab. But the locking mechanism looks like you could get like thieves' tools into it or something.
Call Folly over. Folly, come here.
Yes.
Looks like there's a lock that I need your help with.
Okay. So Folly takes a look. First of all, I just want to inspect it to make sure there's no traps and to see how difficult of a lock it seems like.
Sure, that's investigation. You look at it and you can't really tell. It's all recessed into the stone, You could do anything back there. It's really hard to tell, but there do seem to be tumblers. It looks like it's a keyhole of some sort for an odd-shaped key. You don't think it's going to be easy, but technically it works like a lock. It's just a foreign lock, and you don't know what kind of security is on it.
Okay, so I turn to Morty and I say, this is not going to be a simple one. I might break it or something. Do you still want me to try?
Yeah, I mean, if worst comes to worst, we'll come back later and I'll knock it open.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, everybody roll for initiative.
Oh no! What?
What happened?
This is not part of your worst comes to worst scenario, Morty.
You're right. It wasn't.
I used to have tons of hit points.
You have tons of hit points.
Nayana has the most.
But was that like that moment in a game where they give you all the stuff and then you're about to get fucking wrecked?
How would I know? We're all telling the story together. I don't know if you guys get wrecked. Okay, so as you click it, you immediately you're not 2 seconds into picking this lock when you realize that it was a false tumbler. Like, you pushed a button inside the wall. You thought it was a tumbler. It wasn't. It was a button.
God.
It was put here to screw up somebody picking locks.
Oh god.
Right? Like, it was 100%. You just stepped right on into a trap. And the back panel of the wall just slides open, and it reveals a crazy stone juggernaut, but instead of feet, it sits on rollers.
Ugh.
And it has these big old arms that it just swings wildly down the hall as it basically fills the hall and begins to roll down the passageway. And on the front of it is a plaque that is hanging at an angle, like it's like fallen off. And the plaque says in common, Nabaka. And it begins to roll down the hall. And all creatures present must roll initiative. On its turn, the Juggernaut rolls down the hallway. Good. I'm ready. So let me sort this thing. Tyranny, you are first. You hear a rumbling sound as Folly screws up his lockpick.
As Folly what?
He tried to pick a lock and he did a real bad job and let out a trap.
Okay. And is this Juggernaut, like, does it reach to the roof?
Yeah, it fills the hallway. It's huge.
And am I currently still over here?
Yeah, you're where you are.
So I technically don't have to do anything?
You technically don't have to do anything. You can sit and just watch your friends.
I think and yell, guys, get out of there!
Perfect. You yell, guys, get out of there. Arias, what do you want to do?
First and foremost, I say thank you, Tyranny,
No problem.
for your great advice.
I mean, what am I going to do? Throw myself in the middle of it and get smushed? Because I would say I'd crawl into the ceiling, but it's to the ceiling.
Yeah, it's huge.
So, I noticed that Folly is like distracted looking at the lock and not going to react quick enough. So I step forward and grab her
And then chuck her.
and then run back with her to the corner.
So you'll move at half speed while carrying a person, right?
Chuck her to me and I'll catch her.
Toss
How far
her
can I
to
throw
me.
her?
Well, she doesn't weigh much. She doesn't have much gear.
That's just pretty naked.
Yeah, you make an athletics check, and we'll kind of adjudicate it if it's medium.
Well, if I dash, I can make it anyways, right?
Maybe.
I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, it looks like you can probably make it.
I just don't like the way you answer these questions.
You are very slow when
You guys just tell me what you want to do.
All right. Well,
This is what's happening.
I'll throw
Arias has the same information that you do. He knows about how far it is and about how fast he is. Does he think that he can do it while holding Polly? Polly's not very big. He's a little halfling.
I actually do think I can. I'm not gonna throw her. I'm just gonna carry her.
Cool. So it looks like you did have enough movement even at half speed after you pick her up, right? Or the dash.
Yeah.
Yep. So you get your ass over there, and you pile into that hallway. There's a lot of you blocking the hall now, though.
What?
There's a lot of you like right there in the hallway.
That's true.
I backed up.
Sure.
But not
Sure.
into that
There's still
water.
2 people in the hallway.
Not into that water.
Well, I'm
Nayana,
still
you're
carrying
up.
Molly.
Nayana.
Whoa. But he can cast like float or something, right?
I don't know. Maybe Mortee will be fine. We'll see.
Well, what is happening to Mortee?
Be fine.
He's probably gonna be fine.
I think he's dying. I don't know, something.
He's back to
Probably.
by his own demise.
That's usually what happens.
You guys got pretty lucky with this thing's roll, so.
Can I Thorn whip?
You're like way up in the far north hallway.
Yeah,
See the map?
Oh no, I hadn't. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Replace wingsuit.
You're fine to stay there.
Yeah, you're probably fine sitting where you are.
I'm gonna stay.
Mortee, what do you want to do?
I am going to use my action. It's an action to sprint, right?
The dash, yeah, which will double your movement.
Cool. And I'm gonna go right up to Arias,
Mm-hmm.
and then Misty step down the hallway.
Cool. The stone juggernaut rolls down the hallway, just smashing everything as it goes. Just crushing, like ripping the torches off the sides of the hall with immense strength as it rolls down to the end of the hallway. And then it starts to use its arms to grab the sides of the walls and push itself back up the hall.
Quick question for you: Did with the avocado, did I get that long rest?
With the avocado.
With
did
the
you get-
avocado.
2 avocados.
And you were stoned for a while.
Or stone.
But
These are legit questions, all right?
what are your resources like? How about I meet you halfway and give you a short? Does a short help you at all?
Yeah, no, a short would help me a lot.
No slots back. Okay. I'll give you a short.
Okay.
So as the juggernaut is rolling itself back, this is a pathway up here, right?
It's like a little pathway, but Folly wasn't able to open it.
But this back one is open, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw Folly down the hallway. Tell her to go check
Ah!
check what's in that walkway.
Okay. What do you want to do, Folly? This guy's like crawling his way back up the hallway.
Is it alive or it just is like an
It
idiot?
looks like it's not alive, but it's like a golem. It's like a
Okay.
Wait, so sorry, you threw me where?
back into the hallway. He wants you to go check what's up in the room it came from.
Oh my god.
Not at all.
Okay, hang on. Let me double check really fast something.
Making her do your bitch work.
Listen, she's got Misty Step. I'm not worried.
I have to go. So does this thing like completely block my view? Like, can I see underneath enough that I could Misty Step a point behind it?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. So. Oh, but it's so far. I can't. This is too far for me. Hang
Well,
on,
it's
hang
not
on, hang on,
one
hang on.
turn. You have
Hang
more
on.
time.
What's my fly?
Just up there. Just run there.
I only have 25 feet, dude.
You're currently flying though.
No, I'm levitating.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's
You have to
even
move
worse, actually. Yeah.
You have to break concentration on that.
Wait, you've been levitating the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
being
well,
carried
down the
around
hallway.
by Tyranny, and I
I
guess
threw you
I
down
guess
the
I guess
So-
when I was
so you-
lockpicking, I was
no,
being carried around
Yeah,
by.
but it sounds like Arias. You're right. You're levitating. Arias can throw you all the way.
Oh,
Yeah, and you would just rocket down there.
that's true. Okay, so let's say I did get flung over here. What do I see?
Sure. How fast? How fast? You got something model this real fast. He weighs like 40 pounds. How fast can you throw something that weighs 40 pounds? You think?
In a with. Not
But
very
it's
much
but he's floating, so he's not weighing 40 pounds, really.
Right, but it's still 40 pounds of mass, right?
Oh, I
With-
see.
with
Yeah.
the no gravity, like you can get it going pretty fast. I feel like especially something really strong, I can get a good hand, or else you get a good handhold and go sideways, just launch your head first.
Right. So we're thinking like. Yeah. So we're thinking.
You know
Yeah.
how they do like the hammer toss in the Olympics where they like spin around?
No, no,
and
no.
then-
This is
Like
more like
like
a
a-
javelin throw. This is like a
Like
volley
100
javelin.
feet per second? Like 100 feet per second?
Probably
Like what's.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Guys, don't go too fast. You're gonna take damage.
Great. Okay, so you hit the back wall at 100 feet per second, which is the equivalent of falling 30 feet. So that's going to be 3d6 bludgeoning damage
Oh,
as you
no.
slam into the far wall.
Okay, I'll take it.
Gosh. I knew exactly where you were going with that.
3d6? Did you say 3d6?
3d6.
Okay.
That's fine. Average.
So that
And you
brings
see this little
me-
secret room that has a little platform that this stone juggernaut used to be on, and behind it is a sort of shelf, and on the shelf is a glass container, like one of those like a glass bell, right, that sits upside down on top of a golden plate, and laying on the golden plate is a large, spiky, beautifully deep and detailed emerald.
And I go, hey Yaka, do you want to eat that emerald?
Oh yeah, yeah, I do. That, yes.
You should go get it.
You got to give it to me. That's the way it works. You got to pick it up and you got to give it to me. It's a stupid curse. I can't.
That is
do
a
it.
stupid curse.
Just pick it up and just put it in my mouth.
Okay, but can you at least knock off the glass top?
You should do it.
No, you should
these
do
things.
it.
You should- Okay, just throw me at it.
Okay.
just
So
throw me at
I do a baseball pitch into the glass.
Nah, glass breaks.
Okay.
The emerald is just sitting on the platter. This guy's now like crawling his way up the hall. He's like up here now.
Okay. I grab the emerald.
Yeah, when you touch it, you're like in awe. Like this is something else. This is like, it looks like an eye. It looks like it's just so infinitely deep. There could be whole galaxies swirling in the
Oh no.
this is amazing.
It's beautiful.
And Yaka's like, I'm gonna bite it. Hand it over here. I'm gonna bite it.
And then I hiss and go, my precious.
Yeah, you don't feel anything like psychic like that. But
Okay.
it's a crazy item.
And then
You don't want to check the walkway?
I want to eat it.
wait, which walk? Oh, behind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah. Let me go take a look see. What's going on here?
There's a little crawlway. You can crawl through it.
I crawl through.
You find a door on the other side. It's easy to open from this side.
I give it a good crawl. And I open it.
Yeah.
And I go, hey guys.
So stupid.
And I
So this thing
ignore.
starts to barrel down the hallway towards you.
Oh god. And I sprint back in here.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Yaka's like, you said you were gonna give it to me.
And
You
I continue to ignore Yaka.
said
Hey guys, look at what I found. This
I-
beautiful emerald.
I will leave you alone forever if I could just take a bite.
And I turn to Yaka and I'm
There
like,
you
this
go.
isn't an apple, okay?
A bite of it.
I also turn to Morty and I say, so is this magical? This kind of seems magical to me.
Do I still
Yeah.
have
Detect magic? Yeah, it's not magical, like it's not an item of power, but oh man, what you could do, you substitute a normal material component for this, you're looking at it and you're like, it's sized and shaped the way that you would prepare a diamond to raise the dead. You've seen that ritual written out before. But this is, if you use this instead of a diamond, you could ignore almost any restriction of that spell. This is immensely powerful.
Oh, does it control this thing?
And as control what thing?
The stone rolly thingy?
Oh, no, it doesn't seem this way in particular. It seems like it was more guarding it. And as you guys are looking at it, the lantern, there's a knocking on the inside of the lantern that you've been carrying with the star fallen.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That's what they were looking for, the bargain brawlers. It's the Eye of Zoltek. You could bring me back. It could bring anybody back.
To life?
Yeah, just use it instead of the diamond when you cast Raise Dead. You have a cleric, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Oh God.
But that magic doesn't work right now.
Oh,
I don't know that.
Yeah, and I mean, the eye is so powerful. I don't know.
But what if you wasted the Eye of Zoltek?
This would be bad, yes. We could. And Yaka's like, I won't waste it. I'll eat every bite.
Does it get used, like consumed when the spell's done?
A diamond would typically be during a resurrection, but you don't know this is something else.
Well, as soon as I become a level 20 cleric, we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys promise, right? You'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thus far, we have promised two
Mo-
things with that gem.
Yeah, Moa hisses at you.
Yeah, no, we probably won't. But we might.
Probably not.
I promise that it will be a consideration.
That's the best I can do.
Just don't feed it to the skull.
We were not going to do that.
Yaka's like, he told me that I could eat it. And if I could eat it, I am quite sure that this curse would end and I could go back to being dead.
She says a lot of things. Don't listen to anything she says.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, she's the only person that I can listen to for the rest of forever.
Well, that's
Until
You
she
mean
feeds
fortunately.
me that gem.
Oh, wait, who is she?
All right, we gotta go.
Yeah. Oh wait. So
What if instead of that gem, you gave me 1,000 smaller gems?
How about we give you one tiny gem? Flick a tiny gem at him.
He eats it. Remove a 50 gold gem from your inventory.
Okay.
Oh no.
He goes, yep, that's I'm still pretty hungry.
Oh no.
How many gems do you estimate it would take for you to be full?
And to shut up.
Like that one, like 200.
Wow. Keep dreaming,
200.
buddy.
Jesus.
10,000 gold. That's what Fops got when they had that legendary dragon kill.
Okay, guys. Cool. It's 10:15. We'll probably wrap up around here, but I would like to sort of get a game plan for you guys for next session.
I
Yes.
want... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd probably want to get a recap from you guys about what actually happened up there, and then like I missed a little bit. Did we find out what the third gear is for? The one that's blacked out still?
So no, we didn't, and that's where I want to go right now because I think that after the psychic dude said, "I'll help you," he reset these wheels, and that seems to be the only one that's lined up.
How did you end up at the psychic dude?
They were sneaking along the outside of the gears, and he kind of caught him.
Yeah.
And they got outside here?
Yeah.
Because they reached a dead end there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is it this way or is it the way it was before?
I'm trying to... What did I put it? Did I put it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think we need to go south from that gear. I mean, that's the only place we have left to go.
That is
or down into the green smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also stuff on other levels. Still.
Eventually, we have to
That's
get their
true.
keys, right?
Uh-huh.
All the skeleton keys.
Yeah, we need to get all the keys. How many do we have?
I was under the impression that you had 5.
Yeah. And so the other places that I can think that we possibly could go, not saying that we should, are to the Belchors door, or there was a stairway down, I think, on 4 that went down to a chest or something in a dark room that we didn't go into.
Yeah, as you're recounting this, when you recount that room, Unk goes, I've been there. I've been there a long time.
Oh, okay. So that's where you were.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we totally went there and got Unk.
I mean, there would be
Yes, that's no other way that I would be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
That's what we did.
there, and going along with that, there would be something. If he's like the other gods, there would be some type of magical item associated with him, so we could get that. But I mean, most importantly, I think we should go kill that. Like that. We can check all this out to go kill Flat.
Yeah, so I will just to sort of multiple sessions ago and everything. When you guys saw the sort of skeleton door looking through the flesh golem's eyes, there were 5 shapes.
What?
So you guys looked through a well, and this was from many sessions ago. You looked through a well, and you briefly saw through a flesh golem's eyes. And while you were looking through that flesh golem's eyes, you walked around in a room filled with green mist.
Yeah, he's talking about
3 rocking chairs.
Yeah.
Right? In that room, I'll show you a picture of it. In that room, filled with green smoke, there's a sort of a balcony that runs around the outside edge, and there are 5 doors leading off of that balcony. Each one of them has a geometric shape on it: triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, octagon.
That's where keys are.
We have them.
And this room is down from where
this room you briefly scouted. It's right here. Yeah.
Okay. And the people that are on the map there are not actually in the room, right? Or...
Sorry, on level 6?
Yeah.
Were there people on the map there for you?
I think so.
Oh. Yeah, they're not there. Well, the fog is thick. You have no idea what's in there, but let's say they're not there right now.
Okay. Well, then that's where we need to go. After we kill Flat.
Yeah, I mean, after, yeah, that reminder is helpful.
Yeah, exactly. It's been many sessions. So you as far as you guys know, you have the keys.
Okay.
There was one per level of dungeon. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah,
So my vote is go kill Vlad.
my
Yep.
vote is to go downstairs to the key room.
Yeah, I think Vlad is a good on the side job.
Because he's gonna kill us.
He's gonna try.
We have avocados. We're ready for him.
You guys have 2 avocados left.
How do I feel about my crown?
Your crown seems awesome.
Yes.
Seems awesome.
Yes.
Sweet.
Cool, guys. That was a weird session. Thanks for bearing with me.
That was a really weird session.
That was fucking rad. That was so cool.
Yeah, it's super weird. Chris Perkins did something similar on stage at Acquisitions Incorporated. A little bit different. Our Armillary spheres are super duper weird, and no matter how you cut it, so I just decided to dive in and do it real weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's not always how it goes.
No, there's a D100 roll to find out what the Armillary sphere does, and many of the rolls are teleportation, but not all of them. And the places that it can take you are varied and wacky. And so this was no weirder than some of the places that it could take you. Well, actually, it's a little bit weirder, but
it's pretty great.
But puts amps up the stakes a little bit. The real world, guys, is in danger. Acererak is
that's
a serious danger, and we have to do this. We have to do this communal spell each week, or else he wins.
We are in a van pool to the mountains to continue playing D&D until we win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have
like
to,
that.
not because we want.
Because you have to, yeah. So, speaking of, like, we're definitely not going to go van pool to the mountains, but it's really close to when we should try to put together some sort of in-person session. I don't know if it'll be our last session, but it'll probably be a climactic one. If you guys can find a weekend, that would be awesome. I don't know if people have time off for holidays. We could do a weekday too.
For our very next session, or
could be.
Liz is already passed out, but there is a big thing on that, and today her doctor said that she should not take any more drives to Los Angeles. So us going up there in person would be against medical advice. So the only way that we could possibly do that is if you guys all came down here, and I understand that's really tough and really hard. So if we can't do that, I don't know, but I'm just letting you know that.
Sure, and we can. Hey, we've been running it online, and we can run it online if that's what we want to do. We can try a split session, or we can. I know that Chad and Kelly have a baby. You have medical reasons to not do it, so maybe we play it online, and that's cool too. But we are getting to the climax.
If you guys want to come on a weekday between Christmas and New Year's, we could all just play it here.
Yeah,
it's just babysitting, isn't it?
What's that?
We wouldn't mind going to Orange County that much. We do have to figure out how we'll handle the baby, but other than that,
my grandparents will watch her. Or my parents watch her.
Future grandparents.
Yeah, they're about ready.
Yeah, so I mean, we can hash it out. We could do it for the very next session, or we could do it for the one after. But if you want to do an in-person climax session, which may or may not be the last one, we should do it soon. There is some epilogue content that we might run online, but we're running out of time, and you guys are very, very close.
Okay.
Are we fighting? Do you expect us to fight Acererak at 10?
Do I expect you to fight a Sararak? I don't care what you do. Who says you're gonna fight a Sararak?
The only day that we have available.
I do.
Yeah, well, cool. I expect you to be level 10 next week, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Cool. So, yeah, that's where that is. We can do one more online, or we can do it anytime, because we'll probably play a double. But if you guys can't do a double, we can also just do one in person, and I can shuffle things around. Whatever, we can talk about it on Discord, but that should be scheduled soon if you guys want to do it. Or if we want to blow it off and play online, that's fine too.
So just a tentative thing to throw out there. The 15th, which is probably tough because it's a Saturday, but the 15th kind of looks free for us.
Maybe. There was something else, but I think that might be a possibility.
As our in person or online?
In person.
Yeah, I mean, we could just go whole hog on it, right?
Actually, yeah, that might actually be pretty cool because we had a baby moon planned. I've got a hotel already in San Diego, and with what the doctor told us today, we're gonna ask again next week, but we are expecting them to say no, and so I'm gonna offer it to my parents and let them go to San Diego, and so we'll have the house open if you guys wanted to come that Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I mean, as far as Rebel, like, you guys already manage her and play at the same time, so.
Hey, Eugene.
Yeah.
If we get a hotel down.
This
in
is a ridiculous
OC,
question.
in
Be
OC,
ready.
For that Saturday, would you mind house sitting?
When?
For that,
Wait, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
no, he can do it. It'll
Wait,
be fine.
what? When? What? Huh?
She
On the
wants
15th.
she wants to get a hotel room for me and her down there after the D&D
With
game
the baby.
with the baby,
And then
and
he
have
can-
you come back up here to house sit.
And then he can house it. No, not come back. He just is here while we're all over
We
there.
were gonna play in person.
Gonna come
He doesn't
play.
have to come play.
Oh, that's
I see.
Wow.
You should have written that into the story.
And
Okay, so let's pencil the 15th. I understand that it's tentative. I'm gonna go and eat dinner because I haven't eaten yet.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but let's pencil the 15th, and we will do something big and fun and climactic. I'll manage all your character sheets and everything. Just bring dice into yourself.
Cool.
Oh.
I've never gotten to use my cool dice, so.
Yep.
Great session, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good sesh.
I was
Good
awesome
shit.
handling the meta shift like that.
Yeah,
That was
silly
insane,
and fun.
dude. What the heck?
That was actually a pretty sick way to keep Dan in the game too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like, I had kind of an idea that we would do this, but I had no idea that Dan would be stoned. But he wasn't in the artillery spheres, so
Guys, I role played myself.
yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's pretty weird.
All right, I'll see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
See you guys.